this bad boy here for the Titans game. Yes, sir! Fire it, baby! How's he going to BKR Sport? We are live for the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Gold Coast Titans. Obviously, my team here, which I am super excited, but also super very Titans fanny, where I just don't know what team's going to turn up here today, but I'm still going to back the boys in as hard as I damn well can. I'm still going to support my team, you know, which we always do. But that doesn't mean that I don't have legitimate and valid concerns about kind of how we've been playing recently. But I love our community. I love our team. We're always going to be here. And I was actually very close to not being able to stream today because there's an event happening that I was nearly going to go to. But I just have to prioritize my team, and regardless of, I am actually sacrificing having a great time right now, but you know, it is what it is. This is what we do, this is what we love, and we are here, man. So let's get into it. The game does start in about 15 minutes time, so hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, but let's get into the game. So the Cowboys, they come into this game from 8th position, the Titans come into this game from 13th position. This is at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. Now we go to the ins here for the Cowboys. John Bateman and Carl Lawton are in, with Kai O'Donnell and Thomas McKaylee out. Scott Drinkwater is the fullback, with the wingers being Robert Derby and Murray Taulagi. Centers are Jackson Perdue and Viliami Vailea. The 5'8" is Tom Tidden. The halfback is Jake Clifford, with the front row forwards being Jason Taumalolo and Jordan McLean comes in. Reece Robson is the hooker. The back row is John Bateman and Jeremiah Dene. The 13 is Ruben Cotter, with the interchange Sammy McIntyre, Griffin Neem, Cohen Hess and Harrison Edwards, with the 18th man replacement being Carl Lawton, and Todd Payton is the coach. You look across that team and you go, look, the Cowboys are in a bit of good form recently. They've actually been winning a couple of games, like the Dolphins in a way. I think the Dolphins have been a bit more confident with their recent form, but that doesn't take away from the fact the Cowboys are getting results after their really, really poor start to the season. Their first 4 games, I don't know if the Cowboys actually won. They lost to Manly 42-12, lost to Sharks 36-12, lost to the Broncos 26-16. So they lost their first 3 games. Then they beat the Raiders 30-20, they beat the Panthers 22-18, and they beat the Rabbitohs 24-16 before they had a bye last week. So they're actually coming in off a 2-week break here, but the Cowboys, they're just, I don't really know how to read them right now. They don't have as good of a roster as they have had in the past. They're still searching for that 7, even though Clifford's been actually pretty good the last couple of weeks. Their backline is, like, the weird thing with the Cowboys is that they're usually known as a very strong attacking team, but their defense has been dreadful for years now. And it's not like their defense is anything spectacular in the last couple of weeks either. They still gave up 20 points to the Raiders. They still gave up 18 points to the Panthers, who obviously have been very poor so far this season. And then you've still got, who are actually in last right now, the Panthers, and then the Rabbitohs still gave up 16. So it's not like the defense has actually been sorted out at all, but they have been scoring a few points recently. They're getting 30, they're getting 22, they're getting 24. So the point of the matter is that this Cowboys team is starting to kind of shape into the same team-ish that we saw last year, just with a little bit less on the attack and pretty much the same defense. And that's what confuses you, because they are on a 3-game win streak. They are doing well, but I just don't know how consistent they are. But luckily for them, they're going up against a very inconsistent team today as well in the Gold Coast Titans. The ins are Alofiana Khan-Pereira, Brock Gray, and David Fafita. The outs are Alan Fitzgibbon, Isaac Fa'asul-Malawi, and Khalees Haas. It's very interesting that David Fafita is in this team today, because we were told that he was out for like a month. We were told that he was out for about a month, but he actually is just straight up playing 2 weeks later after that Dragons game. He only missed last week. So that is a very interesting thing that he actually is in the team. Now, the fullback is Jalen de Groot, with the wingers being Alofiana Khan-Pereira. First time back in, about 4 or 5 weeks now. Jeez, he's been out for a while. Alofiana Khan-Pereira and Jojo Fafita. The centers are BK, Brian Kelly, and Philip Sami. The 5'8" is AJ Brimdog Millionaire Brimson, with the halfback Tommy Weaver. The front row is Moaki Fodawaker and Regan Campbell-Gillard. The number 9 is Sammy Verrills. You go to the back row, Chrissy Randall and Bo Firma, with the 13 being Tino Fa'asul-Malawi, who is also the biggest captain in the world. He's just an absolute bopper, this guy. He's an absolute bopper, Big Tino. You can't not like him, unless you're a Dogs fan, but also you overplayed that too much. Interchange, David Fafita, Jimmy Jolliffe, Brock Gray, and Arama Howe, with the 18th man replacement being Jacob Alakwinki, and the coach is Desi Hasler. Last week was a confusing one from Desi's, from my belief in regards to Desi's implementation of the bench. Isaac Fa'asul-Malawi did not even play a single minute in that, and Arama Howe came on with like 10 minutes ago or something. So the interchange was used very interestingly, in my opinion. I don't really know kind of what the plan was there for the Titans. Obviously, look, yes, Adam G was a bit of a muppet, and I disagree heavily with some calls that adjusted momentum. But at the end of the day, the Titans weren't good enough. And that's the problem with the Gold Coast, where it's like they have a decent team on paper, but there's still like concerns in regards to the halves, obviously, in regards to the attacking nature of the hookers. The forwards do have big names, but are they getting enough of what we need to be seeing out of them to expect that kind of on paper rapport that they do have? The back line, unfortunately, they can score points, but they can also concede points, right? So there's a lot of concerns in regards to this team that I want to go all guns are blazing and say, yeah, shit, the Titans are going to get right back into it today. They're going to fire up, but I do have to be a little bit more hesitant in regards to that, considering, they started off the season with a bye, and they had that big loss to the Dogs, but they still scored 24 points in that, and from the 20th minute onwards, they won 24-18, but they were down 22-0 in the first 20 minutes. They lost 40-24, and they had that win against the Knights 26-6, and I did say at the time, this is also really the Knights, in my opinion. Like, I thought the Knights were playing really poorly, which is what we've seen so far from the last couple of weeks, which kind of goes into what I was saying, and the Roosters game was similar. It was on a knife's edge until you saw Spencer Leniu get penalised by doing something really stupid, and the Titans just pulled away with it late. And the Roosters have been losing games in that similar fashion for the most part of this season. Obviously, they won yesterday against the Dragons, but the Roosters, they did kind of play into that factor a lot. So I was still very hesitant after those 2 wins. Even though they were 13 plus, I'd rather be hesitant after 2 wins and 13 plus wins than hesitant after losing games 13 plus or just losing games in general. So it was still a good sign. But then they went and lost to the Dolphins 36-10 for their first win of the season. They've gone on some good form now. Lost to the Dragons 38-16, and then lost last week 30-20 to the Raiders before coming today. So, it's just so difficult. It's just so difficult to make a tip today. I'm always going to back my boys in. I'm always going to say, hey, I'm tipping the Titans. But realistically speaking, I actually think this is a hard game to predict. I really do. I think it's a hard game to predict because I'm not confident that the Cowboys are anywhere near as good as, 3 games in a row does suggest. I think there's still a long way to go there to start believing in them again. And obviously they'd be expecting to win this game today to kind of get back into that area and for people to start talking about them again in the top 8. Obviously they're in 9th position right now. Actually, are they? I think they went into, after the game yesterday. Yeah, no, sorry. Hold on. I got to update this ladder. Bang. They would be, I think they're in the top 8. Did I even take... Yeah, they are. They're in 8th position now. So the Cowboys are there, but also a lot of people are still very much questioning them. So, look, realistically, I do think you go and tip the Cowboys. I do think you do that, especially being up there in North Queensland. But I just don't think you should be as confident as you probably think. But on the flip side, the Titans, they can play some really good football, and they can also play some really bad football. So it really is more of like a 60-40 Cowboys way, in my opinion, is what I would read into this game. Now, in regards to the ladder here, obviously it's halfway through round 8, so we've still got plenty of games to go. Still got 19 rounds left of the regular season. We're coming up to that magic round. We're coming up to that origin period, so it's going to start to get really hot and feisty. But the Cowboys, they're in 8th position because of that loss with the Rabbitohs yesterday. Now, the Cowboys, they're on 8 points, equal with the Dragons, the Sharks, and also the South Sydney Rabbitohs. The Cowboys have minus 42 points differential. Dragons have minus 8. The Sharks have plus 41. And the Rabbitohs have minus 44. So because they lost by 6, they go below them. But if the Cowboys were to lose this game by 2 points or more, they would go below the Rabbitohs. The Dolphins play tomorrow. If the Dolphins win, then they would go above the Cowboys. So the Cowboys go to 10th. Manly, they play against Panthers after this. If Cowboys lose and Manly wins, because they've got a plus 20, they immediately go above them, because the Cowboys are very vulnerable with a minus 42 points differential. Very, very vulnerable with that minus 42 points differential. So there's a couple of teams there with good points differentials in the positives that'll jump them immediately, which is the Rabbitohs, the Dolphins, and also, not the Rabbitohs, sorry, Dolphins, Manly, and even the West Tigers, who play the Cronulla Sharks tomorrow, who are on 12 points. So if the Cowboys lose this game, and those teams do win below them, because they more than likely would lose by 2 in that case, they would go below the Rabbits, Dolphins, Eagles, Tigers, not Titan. Actually, yeah, they would go below the Titans too. Yeah, they would. They would go all the way down to 13th because the Titans are minus 36 and the Cowboys are minus 42. So, a lot to play there for the Cowboys because they will drop all the way down into 5th last if they lose this game. Well, potentially, depending on the Tigers and all that kind of stuff. But if they win this game, however, they would go to 10 points, which is equal to the Broncos and the Raiders. With them minus 44, they're not going to be jumping either of those two teams because the Raiders have plus 46 and the Broncos have plus 78. So the Cowboys would go, for the time being, into 6th position. But the Sharks still yet to play And that's the only team. Because the Dragons played yesterday, and so did the Rabbitohs. So the only team that could go back above them is the Sharks. So the Cowboys would probably finish in 6th because they play the Tigers. The Titans, on the other hand, they are in 13th position right now with 6 points. They're on minus 36 points differential, which is not good. But they're equal to the Tigers, Manly, the Dolphins, Roosters, and the Knights, and the Eels. There's a lot of teams. From 10th to second last is 6 points right now, and the Panthers play later on today against Manly, so there could be another team added to the 6-point brigade. But if the Titans lose this game, they would have to lose by about 16 points or more to go below the Sydney Roosters. They would have to lose by a good 30-odd points to go below the Newcastle Knights. And they would have to lose by about 70. They'd have to lose by 72 to go below the Parramatta Eels. So there's no concerns there. However, if they lose, the Panthers can still jump them into 13th position with their minus 10 if the Panthers beat Manly today. So the Titans, the lowest they could probably finish outside of losing by a massive score is in 14th. If they win this game, however, they would go above the Tigers and Manly for now. They still play, also above the Dolphins for now. And then they would be above the Rabbitohs, because Rabbitohs have minus 44, and also above the Cowboys, who are on minus 42 right now, so the Titans are already above them points differential-wise. They would have to win this game by about 30 points to go above the Dragons into 7th position. And they're well and truly away. They'd have to win by like 80 to go above the Sharks. So that's just not happening. But then again, the Sharks play tomorrow, but also they play the Tigers. So one of those two teams will stay above them regardless. So that's kind of how this game is shaping up to be. I really don't know how it's going to go. I hope for the best for my Gold Coast boys. I really want to see us get a win here and get back into the winner's circle and just make it a bit more fun again. It's been a tough few weeks. It's been a tough 15 years, realistically. But at the end of the day, like I said, I sacrificed going out and having fun today with a whole bunch of people that we're meant to be going and doing to come here and watch my team, because that's what I am. I love this community, I love this club, and that's what I love to do. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into the chat and let's hear what you are saying. They're doing the Anzac ceremony right now. United Sucks is up the Titans. Listen, hopefully, brother, hopefully we can get it up. They've beaten me and beaten me for years now. So I really just hope that they don't beat me today and we can finally get a dub. Isha says, you like the Titans' chances today? I think that it's 60-40 Cowboys, but that's still giving us 40% chance of winning. I do think there is an opportunity there for us to win. The Cowboys are not consistent. They're not guaranteed just yet, but they are in a lot better form than the Gold Coast. So, we have the ability to go up 16-0 last week, still lose that game. Yes, there were controversial calls. We still weren't good enough for that game. So I don't know how the Titans are going to come in today. I also don't know how the Cowboys are going to come in today, because they are a mixed bag as well. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation. Get around you, Olivia. Says, another day, another dono. Got my tips in. Beer on hand. Curry sausage is cooking. Can't get any better. Titans 13 plus and need JoJo and AFP to score. We love that. We love that, Olivia. Thank you very much for the dono. Titans 13 plus would be incredible. The only 2 times they've won this year has actually been technically 13 plus. So that would be amazing to see if that happened. And JoJo and AFP to score definitely is very likely if that was to be the case. So I like it. I like it. Titans 13 plus concerns me though. That's for sure. That's a shoot. Oh no, what's Uncle said? Did you see the stat? We haven't won a Saturday game against the Cowboys since 2012. Surely we are due. I really couldn't care less about those kind of stats. All I just know is that I want to win. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've seen some of these stats that, like, sure, like, cool, but that means nothing to me. Like, not winning a game on a Saturday against the Cowboys in 2012 just means absolutely nothing to me. The boys don't go in thinking like that, and no one really goes in thinking like that. But it's an interesting stat regardless. It's just not something that I really care too much about. For example, the boys, they don't even think like, oh, we've beaten the Broncos 3 times in a row. We have a good record in recent times against them. They couldn't care less about that. So, there's just things that fans pick up that really don't really matter. But then again, the Rabbitohs one is important. The Rabbitohs one's a bit more important because that's not just like a very specific niche stat. Like, that's a specific niche one there with the Saturday games against the Cowboys. The Rabbitohs one is that they've never won in Melbourne. They've never won in Melbourne. Do you see a Titans turnaround this week? Hopefully, Big Papa. United Sucks says, would you like Gula and Laurie? You can have a freebie. No, thank you. I have Titans 34. Why would we need more forwards? United Sucks. I have Titans 34, Cows 28. A lot of scoring in that game. A lot of scoring. Will you be streaming the main games tonight? Oh, shut up, man. I know what you're saying. Skalka says, I'm not even going to reply to you, because that's obviously just insulting this team. Brocky says, oh god, Skunkle says, Brocky, 32 games, 19% win rate. How good? 32 games, 19% win rate? What did Brocky say? I can't even see. I didn't even see Brocky's comment before that. I see Brocky saying, oh god, Skunkle, but I can't see his comment before that you're replying to. Ibrahim W. Casey up the Titans, come on, boys. Yes, sir. Surf Rice says GT Titans for the win. Yes, sir. Casey T says, yeah, some stats are crazy niche. Like, on this specific day when the moon was in this spot, they lost 5 out of 5. Yeah, well, that's exactly right. You know, fans are very, and this isn't having a crack at you, Skunkle, this is just in general. Fans are very specific in ways to try and give themselves a positive vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to find the most niche things ever just so that they can push a positive agenda and narrative for their team, which makes sense, man. It definitely does make sense. But the stats don't necessarily make sense in a lot of ways. They are technically stats, and that is for sure. But it's also kind of like the no team has ever won conceding 50 in a year. Because it's like the Knights conceded 49 to Cronulla in 2001. So it's a very specific stat that leans exactly with what narrative you want to push. I guarantee that if some team lost by 52, and if some team lost by, even go like 58, right? Then people would be like, oh, no team who has conceded 60 has won the comp. It just keeps pushing up and up and up. So it's very much just... That's a very flavour of the month stat, though. If that's not very niche, that is quite generic. But then again, the Knights, again, in 2001, conceded 49 points to the Sharks, and yet won the grand final against the Eels in 2001. So it's very specific. I mean, the primetime game, didn't mean to insult. You know why I replied to you that way, though. You know, because most people obviously aren't going to be looking at this game and saying it's the big game. But I'm also on high alert in Titans games because I know there's a lot of trolls and whatnot. You want live chat, Blaze? I think so. Yeah, I'm on a live chat. Dave, how many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? Brocky said, why do we always get Chris Butler as our ref? Oh, that's a great point. Maybe I just don't see some swear words and whatnot. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, that's not too far behind. Maybe I just don't see when people swear or sometimes. I'm not sure. Fans that live by those kind of niche stats probably also think astrology is a real science. I'm not getting involved in that conversation. So the game's about to kick off here, guys. The Titans, I believe, are going to be kicking it off to the Cowboys. Go Loff, you big bopper machines. Try-scoring legendary player. I love Yana Khan-Perega. He's back into it, son. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's see how it goes. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. You always hold up 4. How many fingers am I holding up, Jay? How many fingers am I holding up? How many? Hey? 4? You reckon? All right, so Titans will kick the ball. And it will be the Cowboys who grab it, and they'll bring it out here to the 15 on first tackle. I just don't know how this game's going to go. Sunday says, come on, Titans. I'm the only one who tipped them in my comp, feeling a big win. Hey, we love it. We love it, man. But then again, yours is more because you're playing the odds, aren't you? This is very casino worker of you, by the way. The way you did the tipping is very casino worker of you. You're playing the odds. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you're playing the odds. I think that yesterday's Rabbitohs one was absolutely worthwhile. This one is also 60-40 Cowboys. Also, oh no, that's going to be a high tackle in it against Phil Sammy. No, they haven't called it. Beautiful. 4th tackle now at the halfway point. Tom Dearden or Tino for Asil Malawi. So one player's a 5'8" and one player's a 13/front rower. Do you see the question here? Do you see the confusion? Like what? There's one of them is a back in the 5'8" position. One of them is a front rower /13. Why? Oh, Jalen DeGroot knocked the ball on already. Cowboys ball here at the 15. Campro, TP, score a double. Let's go. Hopefully, David. Oh, thank you, Ibrahim. Jay actually did forget the scoreboard today. Wow, Jay. Deary me. Jay's slacking. Jay is slacking. Cowboys ball here. They're 3 meters away from the line. Second tackle. Second tackle here. Come on, boys. Come on. Hold them out. They give that ball off to Robson. And, oh, maybe I might have to switch this internet over to my phone again. Forgot on purpose. Yeah. I'll read that out in a second, Tim Rossi. Appreciate you, brother. 6 again for the Cowboys. Oh, 4 pass! 4 pass! Bushka! Let's go! Come on! It would have been 6 again for the Cowboys too, but it is a forward pass with this Titans ball. Tim Rossi, Termites with the $2 donation. Get around your Tim Rossi to support the boys from Melbourne up the Titans. We love to see that, man. We love to see that, man. Don't worry, I'm not on the Gold Coast either. I'm currently in India, so we're supporting from all across the world, but that's what we do, man. That is what we do. When you're a fan of a club, regardless, like I said, I sacrificed having a fantastic day today because I needed to stream this. I will not be doing the Panthers-Cowboys game. Panthers game against Manly, which I'm really bummed out about, actually, because that will be a good game. However, we do have something quite fun today, but I just needed to do the Titans game. Second tackle over the Gold Coast at the 18. It says, wow, I didn't know we were 30 minutes into the game. Oh my gosh, see, Jay's slacking today. Deary me, Jay. Deary me. Jay's slacking today. Why, you too, Skunkle. Unbelievable. You guys are just Muppeteer number 1 and Muppeteer number 2. Really, truly stuff. Unbelievable. Alright, so let's refresh that browser source. And we are sweet. There you go. See? Thank you, Isha. And who's the other one who did it? It's Ibrahim. Deary me. Skunkle. I blame you for sure. Alright, so first tackle to have the Cowboys at the 15 on their side of the field. Titans didn't really do too much with that set. Didn't really do too greatly there. Christian Kent, what city are you in the moment, boss? I'm currently in Udaipur still. I love the city, man. I'm leaving on Monday. I'm probably going to go to Mumbai on Monday. Mumbai, Bombay, done in the... it's about like an 11, 12-hour bus ride, so or train ride. So it's going to be a very interesting journey. But yeah, Monday I'll be heading on down there. Fourth tackle now for the Tamalolo with the Cowboys. They're at the 30 on their own side of the field. Not a great set here from them either, to be fair. Jaden Morris is coming to the Titans. We love that. Walnut Hill says, Titans upset, here we go. Yeah, look, it's an upset for sure. It's an upset for sure, but I do not think it should be as significantly thought of as a lot of other games. I don't think this is as much as an upset as other games. For example, that Broncos and Dogs game. Then again, the Broncos and Dogs game wasn't a massive upset. It was just the context of the way the game played out that was an incredible upset. Alright, so left-hand side, and it's going to be a Luffy who will get this ball out here to the 40 on third tackle. Okay, this is a half-decent set that the Titans are pushing up. AJ Brimson gets it off to Bowie Firma. Go, Bowie. Taking out the halfway point for tackle. I sense warning letters being sent to some of our mods from BKR. Oh, 6 again. Let's go, Gold Coast. Come on. Brimo, 38 metres away here from the line. 6 again. First tackle. I sense warning letters being sent to some of our mods from BKR HR department on Monday morning. Mate, forget Monday morning. I'm going to send it to them right now. I'm sending him a court letter. Sending him a court date. Mikey Fodawaker out to Tommy Weaver, then to Jalen Group. Bit of a hospital pass there from Tommy. Third tackle now for the Titans at 25. Come on. Come on. Sammy Verrills off to Mikey Fodawaker. Oh, is it who's down injured right now? Who's down injured here for the... Oh, it's Jackson Purdue. No, he's been so good this year. God bless him. Right-hand side, fourth tackle. Jalen Group gives it off. Oh, it's a knock-on. Chrissy Randall will get will knock the ball on there. I will say, it's interesting that Desi is so... strong with Chrissy Randall into the back row. Like, Chrissy Randall can play anywhere, but I just think if there is a position in the forwards that would be probably Chrissy's weakest, I think it's back row. Like, I think it's back row. So it's like I can see him playing a bit of 9. I can see him playing front row. I can see him playing 13 for sure, but back row just for me is a bit of an interesting one for Chrissy because he's not an attacking-minded player. He's more of a defensive-minded player where you don't really want that from your back rowers. You obviously want some defense out of your back rowers, don't get me wrong, but you do want that strike power in the back row, like your David Fafitas, like your Liam Martin, like your Kalal Matangis and your Hamoli Kawatus and Brett Nakoras and whatnot. You want those kind of back rowers. Chris Randall, for me, I just think his best position is not back row, but I think he can play back row. It's just not his best position. Fourth tackle now. And they'll get this ball here to the 40. Oh, he's lost that ball. No, okay, he caught it before it went to the ground. Out to the Tommy Dearden. Tommy Dearden, short ball. And Jeremiah Nene will be taken out to the 45, fifth tackle. And, shut your mouth, Jeremiah Nene. Shut up, man. You got dropped for a reason. What are you talking shit about? It's a penalty to the Cowboys. Walnut Hill says, honestly, don't see... Hold on. Yeah, to be fair, it is a strip, but it didn't even touch the ground, so it actually probably even shouldn't have been a penalty based on the fact it didn't touch the ground, which doesn't constitute the ball actually touching the play. But anyway, it's fine. Get around in Robbo. I honestly don't see why people aren't tipping the Titans. Where I do my tips, 97% of people tip the Cowboys, which I find crazy. It's because the Titans have a negative reputation, the Cowboys have somewhat of a positive reputation because of their last 3 games. But the Cowboys are still a very much work in progress, and I still don't believe in Todd Payton long term. So the Cowboys now will be at the 15, second tackle. Back to another hate watch. Can't let go of 66-6 last year, so do me a solid, Cowboys. What I love is that you're the one who reminds it. You're the one who talks about it. You, not me. I'm not the one who brings up the 66-6. You are the one. So that means that we live rent-free in your head, so thank you very much. Forward tackle now for the Cowboys. They're 2 metres away here from the line. 7 minutes in. Jacko says up the Titans. Exactly right, Jacko. Go out to the left. Come on, Titans. Hold them out. Tommy Dearden. 15 out. It's got Drinkwater. Drinkwater gives it up to Jeremiah Nene. Yes, he didn't score. Okay, thank you. 3 metres out. As long as he didn't score after what just happened. But they will score underneath the post. But I'm just glad Jeremiah Nene didn't score. I'm just glad Jeremiah Nene didn't score just then. But Jake Clifford will score. So it's 4-0 here to the Cowboys with a kick to come. 4-0 here with a kick to the Cowboys with a kick to come. I didn't have to imagine I got to see it. Didn't have to imagine? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. I got to see it too. But if you're talking about the Warriors game, but like no one talks, we're not talking about that. So you're the one who brings it up. So that's the thing. It's like you say that, oh, I hate watch because of the Titans 666. You bring it up, so then we refer to it, and it's going to hurt you even more that we're talking about it. So I don't even know why you bring it up. I would never bring up, for example, the Dolphins game, right? I would never bring up, for example, the Cole Broncos games we had at Suncorp Stadium a couple of years ago, because I just feel like it's so pointless. It just makes me feel shit. So now I'm going to remind, every time I see your name, I'm going to remind you about the Warriors 66-6 against the Titans. It just makes no sense why you'd bring it up. Warren Hill says this will definitely be a high-scoring game. Hey, listen, you're right, because the Cowboys aren't good defensively and the Titans aren't good defensively. The Titans can attack, but it's a bit of a facade, and the Cowboys can attack. So that's why you could probably still lean with the Cowboys there 60-40, because they can attack on a guaranteed level. They can't defend. The Titans can't defend, and their attack can be good, but it's a facade. Whilst I love your passion, Blaze, I just feel like your passion needs more cowbell. More cowbell? Diddle ding 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 ding. You happy? You happy, man? Melbourne Storm are the ones with the cowbells. The Storm are the one with the cowbells. Notice he brought that up, but not how crap they were a few weeks ago. Well, he's bringing it up when they were really bad. He's bringing it up when they got flogged 66-6 by the Titans. All right, so 6-0 here to the Cowboys with 31 minutes to go here of the first half. Both teams can be great in attack, but neither teams are the best at defending. Correct, but the Titans' attack is a facade. They still were 4th last year for attack. People go and say, well, they beat the Warriors 66-6. They go and say, well, they beat the Broncos 46-18. Oh, you know, they beat these teams by big margins, but they also forget that they also lost 44-0 to the Sharks. They lost 32-0 to the Bulldogs. You know, the attack is great very occasionally, but it's not as dominant on a consistent level as people do imagine with Gold Coast. 30 minutes to go here the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. Someone says, sounded like the Indian version of the cowbell. Shut up, man. The Reese says, Nanai has really improved. That stint in 2nd grade did wonders. Oh, knock on by the Cowboys and AJ Brimson gets the ball to 40. Let's get it at the 35. Yeah, Jeremiah Nanai's been good here today. Yeah, he has been good here today. So AJ Brimson will give this ball off here to Bowie Firm. It's only been 10 minutes, sir. And Tom Weaver off to Chris Randall. And Randall will be taken down at the 30 on first tackle. The issue with the Titans is that when one thing goes against them, they allow everything to go against them. I do get a really strong vibe we're about to go through a massive clean-out. I do get a really strong vibe that the Gold Coast is going to go through a massive clean-out. Like what they're talking about, I don't think it's just rumours. And Ken Mamala was just, and BK is just throwing a pass straight to the Cowboys. Oh, man. I just think that those rumours are true. I really do. But I also don't think that it's always the player's fault that everyone talks about. I also don't think it's always the coach's fault that people talk about. What my ideology here is with the Titans, third tackle of the Cowboys, is at the 35. And I've got a lot more freedom to say whatever the fuck I want nowadays because I don't have to seek validation from the wrong kind of people. The players get criticised. The players change. Results remain. The coaches get... Cowboys are away here. Cowboys are the 50, the 40. The coaches, they get criticised. The coaches get sacked. The results remain. The organisation stays the same. So we're looking at the players, we're looking at the coaches. Well, maybe there's also something that has remained as a knock-on there for the Cowboys, so we Titans ball at 25. So you look at this aspect and you say, well, nothing's changed despite changing players. You look at this aspect, you go John Cartwright, Neil Henry, Garth Brennan, Justin Holbrook, and now Desi Hasler. The same results. So why is it that they have the same results despite change? They have the results despite change, the same results despite change, but they have the same results and there's no change. So penalty here to the Titans at the 40. It's an interesting thought process. Levi says, who's the 7 on the Titans? I haven't seen him before. Do you rate him? His name's Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver's played for a couple of years now. He's very in and out. So we had Tanner Boyd, but he would come in sometimes. We had Toby Sexton, but he would come in sometimes. Tommy just wasn't able to really knuckle down and grab his first grade spot, but he has the potential there. Unfortunately, missed like 13 tackles last week, but that wasn't solely his fault. But Tommy Weaver is, we haven't been able to see his full potential. He hasn't been able to really explode just yet. AR says, I think they maintained top 5. SJ ruined the team last year. I think they're top 8. I don't know about top 5, but I think the Warriors are definitely top 8. So second tackle now for the Titans. They're at the 20. And Sammy Verrills gives his ball up here to Tommy Weaver. Tommy onto Chrissy Randall, and Chrissy Randall will be third tackle now at the 13. BK back to being rocks again. Well, let's see for the whole game. Let's make a judgment across the 80 minutes. But you're right. In the first, that's a bad play. Sam Verrills out of the left-hand side of Brimo. Come on, Brimo goes himself, and he'll be fifth tackle at the 5. Like, Brimo's not a 6. He's not a 6. It's a great play, but he's not a 6. Fifth tackle, Sam Verrills off the Tommy Weaver. Please be a good kick. Cuts it across. Up they go. Good catch there for the Titans. Flicks it across. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Come on! Come the fuck on, Jojo. Good work by Sammy there. Titans try. Come on. Come on. Phil Sammy, you big, beautiful man, getting up high in the air, grabs the ball, throws it back, and they will score. Let's go. Titans up. Oh, Titans not up, but 6-4. The Cowboys with a kick to come here for the Titans. And Jojo for feeder. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Come on. Sebutton says the results rely on the club being good at the top and stable. That's the same in any sport. So, one second. Tommy Weaver puts his ball across. Philip Sami up in the air. No one really jumps with him. Tommy did tries to make the tackle, but then really good pass there under a lot of pressure there from Sami to Jojo Fafita up in the wing, and he will cut in and he will score, which is beautiful. So it is 6-4, kick to come. But yeah, look, Seb, you're right. People look at the players, people look at the coaches, but you need everything to be running smoothly from within. You need everything to be running smoothly from the very, very top and the ownership to the CEO, to the COO, to the membership, marketing, players, coaching, all kinds of stuff. Everything needs to be going well. Sponsors and all that kind of jazz. Everything needs to run well for your team to actually win the comp. The problem with our club is they look to blame everyone else but themselves. Hayden says, look, the issue was that the whole attack, geez, they're both down here. They are both down. But Jojo's up and he's at him. Good stuff. The issue was that the whole attack of the Warriors weren't kicking into the gear. Eshe showed that he has the goods but became complacent. So we missed the kick there, unfortunately, so it will say 6-4. Tommy Weaver misses the kick. SJ showed that he has the goods but became complacent last year. SJ was at the back end of his career, man. SJ was the goods. SJ absolutely was the goods. But it's just that last year was his last year, and he retired after that, man. So that's the reason why. But look, that doesn't mean that... I still think the Warriors are a top 8 team. I don't think they're as hot. I don't think they're a top 4 team. Like, I don't think that by the end of the season they'll be top 4 because we need to see them prove it still. Like, again, 2 weeks ago, lads, the Storm game still happened. So it's like the Warriors, they have played games, they have won games. They are in the top 4 currently. But 2 weeks ago when they played a legitimate team in the Melbourne Storm, who do still have their complaints, they lost by 40. So there is still absolutely significant issues there with the Warriors. There are significant issues that still need to be talked about. But people look at the Broncos game where they won, and they'll look at the game yesterday that they won, and people will forget about the Storm game and say that the Warriors are having an unbelievable season. It's like, sure, but when they were asked to prove themselves, they got beaten by 40 to a team that the week after went and lost to the Dolphins. Jojo got one across the face. Can you guys just let me know if the internet is stopping and starting for you? Because otherwise I'll have to switch my phone to my phone internet. Because for me, my game is kind of stuttering. So just let me know in the chat if my internet is stuttering, and if so, then I'll switch the internet. So first tackle now at the 15, and they give it up to BK. Stream's been fine. Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. All right, so second tackle now. Now third, Tino Fa'asul Malawi. He'll get this ball out of the 35. I'm going to click on live because that stopped for a little bit. Oh, it's first tackle with the Titans. We get 6 again. 6 again with the Gold Coast, and it's Tino now at the 40. Oh, my God, this is annoying the shit out of me. Tino now second tackle at the 35. The Titans have unearned some absolute gun junior talent. Unearned? What do you mean with unearned? Some absolute gun junior talent with massive potential. Do you mean unearthed? I think Titans need a football director with admin experience like Ben Eichen. Titans, Bo Firma, BK Bushka! Woo! Let's go! Bowie Firma gives it off. Bang, son! 8:60 with the kit to come. The Gold Coast take the lead. Bowie Firma with a nice little breakthrough. And Brian Kelly will score a try. So it is 8:60 with the kit to come. Come on. Sam Verrills, Tommy Weaver, out the back to AJ Brimson, goes into the line, good short ball. Bowie Firma breaks through, gives it a BK, and this is why. Neither of these teams have defense, so there will be a high-scoring game today. Come on. Come on. Ben Eichen's not the answer, but yes, something needs to change. I'd be interested to hear what the elite pathways look like up at the GC. Is there one? Yes. That's as much as I can really say. Skaggo says yes. Oh, dearie me. I'll let someone else read that. Great delayed pass by the Englishman there. Yeah, I'd love to see AJ play for the English this year. I'd love to see the Brimdog Millionaire play for the English. Because he's not getting Queensland. So I would love to see him still play international rep football. And he's good enough to play for England. He is good enough to play for England. Try to bing bong, man, a bitch. He's out of right, Broggy. Try to bing bong, man, a bitch. And Tommy Weaver will get the conversion. So the Titans lead 10-6 here, 17 minutes in. Bing bong, ding dong, baby. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Sam, you better be squealing. Sam is a big squealer. Sam is a massive squealer. I've never seen a bigger squealer in my life, actually, than Mr. Skunkle. That guy's a massive, massive squealer. Massive, massive. Also can't handle Pepper. Olivia says, my internet dropped out, but I got one. Yeah, Jojo scored. Yeah, Jojo scored, Olivia. So now you just need Loffy. But 13 plus is the worry for you. Dave says, your face before answering yes said 1,000 things to me, and that says it all. Wow is all I will say to that. Sundo, member for 44 months. Titans, let's go. Come on, boys. Get around your member for 44 months, Mr. Sundo. Seb Watson says, in front row for first test, I can get myself a Brimdog jersey then. Mate, the Brimdog Millionaire. Absolutely terrifying, that bloke. He's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Not a 5'8", but should be fullback. Because who would the English fullback be? Tompkins is kind of, he's well at the back of the end of his career. Is Tompkins even still playing? So Brimbo could easily play your fullback. So Tino now, he'll give it out to Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver at 25 to Jojo for feeder. Oh, he couldn't get the off-lead away to Phil Sami out there. That should be a 6. Oh, it should have actually been a penalty because it's before the 40. And that's a high tackle. Come on! Penalty. Penalty. Biffo! Smack him, Phil. Shut your mouth, Jordan McLean. Get back over there. You're the one who hit him high, bud. Jordan McLean is the one who hit him high. Go back over there. Go back over there, Muppet. Go back over there, you softy. Off you crack. Oh, and now he's going for some pushing on Sammy Verrills. Shut your mouth, Jordan McLean. Shut your mouth, dude. You're the one with the high tackle. You're the one who's been penalised. Why are you getting upset at us for you making a high tackle, you moron? This is why rugby league players aren't known for having brains. He's the one with the high tackle, and he's crying and having a push and shove with the Titans. He's the one initiating it. The guy's an idiot. This is what, John McLean, you have no brains, dude. This is why rugby league players do not get a good reputation for intelligence. What an idiot. What an actual idiot. He's the one making the hyper. Why are you upset? Why are you upset, dude? So Tom Weaver's going to kick this ball down to the 30. Don't mess with the good and the gangs. What? What are you talking about? Funny when the person who gives the penalty gets angry. It's the strangest thing. It's like, why are you getting angry at Phil Sami for you making the high tackle on Phil Sami? So first tackle down for the Titans, 25 metres out. Tino, short ball. Bowie, Firma, mother bitch! Bowie fucking Firma! Boom! Woo! Bowie Firma, go over, you big dog. Come on. 14-6 here with the kit to cover. I thought that could have been a forward pass there, to be fair. I thought there could have been a forward pass here from Tino to Bo. That's a forward pass, bro. That's a forward pass. Bunker can't call on it, but that is a forward pass. That is a forward pass there from Tino, 100%. I can't hide it, but you can't overrule it. You overrule that, and then you're going against every other call of that similar nature. Try confirmed. The bunker should be able to call that as a no try, but unfortunately they can't. But that shouldn't have been a try. Well, Hills, let's go to Titans. Sev says GC Titans have 2 great... to be fair, though, the Raiders scored quite literally off a 3-metre knock-on last week. So, you know, forgive me for not being too sympathetic, but I will absolutely admit to you that was a 4 pass. So everyone says GC Titans have 2 great feeder clubs, Tweeted Seagulls and Ipswich Jets. I actually don't know how they're going this year. I want to have a look at the ladder in the Q Cup. I haven't been able to watch the Q Cup this year. The Devils on top. The Jets are actually doing really well. Tweeted Seagulls not doing too well. But the Jets are doing really well. Alright, so 16-6 here for the Titans. 20 minutes into the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. Ted Watson says, give that touchy round of applause. Oh, that's the thing. Like, I can absolutely admit to you right now, here and there, that is a 4 pass. But also I can say, well, Cowboys fans, I know you will be upset at that, but we were upset last week when the Raiders had a completely game-changing, game-defining changing of a call when there was a knock-on by like about 2 to 3 metres that wasn't called that led to literally 2 tries of yours. Our defense wasn't good enough at the back end of that, but they shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. So I understand your frustration, Cowboys. We went through it last week. So the Titans now, you're going to get bad calls, you're going to get good calls. And that was luckily for the Titans a very good call there. That was very luckily a good call. For us, not for you. Lily says, keep it up Titans, give me them big bucks. I hope you win. So Regan Campbell-Gillard, second tackle here at the 15. Never get too excited though with the Gold Coast, man. Never get too excited. Tommy Weaver to Jojo for feeder. Jets doing really well. Jets doing really well. They took a long time though. Like it's because they changed coaches and whatnot. 4 tackle here at the 35. Hamburger says, what is your rating at and how the Titans are going this season? How they're going this season so far? It's still super early, but I would say... so far, like I would have gone like a 5. I would have gone a 5. There's how many fingers I'm holding up. Let me know. Actually, if you're seeing me now and it's all sweet, if you're seeing me now we're all good, then please refresh the stream. Refresh the stream. But I don't know if this is even currently going right now. Actually, just let me know when we are on, to be fair. So David Fafita comes on here for Tino Fasil Malawi. I have to refresh this chat as well. So Titans ball now, and they're at the 25. Oh, it's a big hit. That is a big hit, son. That is a big hit. All good? Okay, sweet. Thank you, bro. We back. Yeah, it's really unfortunate here, man. I really don't know why it does that, but, you know, at least I've got my phone internet that we can utilize. So third tackle hit. But yeah, if you were watching previously to now, I would suggest refreshing the stream. I would suggest refreshing it because otherwise you might be a little bit behind us. Because sometimes it stops and then won't start until the stream's good again. So just refresh the stream and you'll be sweet. Alright, so fifth tackle here for the Gold Coast. Come on, boys! Come on, Titans, son. Come on. Up 16-6. Doing alright right now, but long way to go. Oh, that's not a good kick. Take the kicking license away from him! What are you doing, dude? A 7 tackle set to the Cowboys. It's just such a stupid kick. Was that Brimo? Was that Brimo? Hold on, I've gone back here quickly to see who's kicked this ball. At 45, it's going to be Sam, and then what does he do? He passes it to Brimo. That kick is dreadful, brother. Penalty to the Cowboys as well at the 45, and then we're back to the live. Dead set. Like, that is just dreadful. Yeah, a bit laggy. Not sure if on my end or not. Like, but it is sweet now, yeah? And he says, but hopefully we get the win. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully. Long way to go, though. Long way to go here. I've got to put the live chat on again. So, one of the Cowboys has passed their HIA. Alright, so first tackle now for the Cows, and Robson gives it off here to Clifford. Clifford across to Neem, nearly knocks it on, but he does hold it. Second tackle here at the 18. Still don't understand how Neem got for New Zealand, man. I really don't. To be fair, he had a good game against the Australians a couple of years ago, but besides that, it's just odd that he actually made it. Third tackle here for the Cowboys at the 10. Robson to Tom Dearden. Dearden at the back now to drink water. They get it across. Good defense, Jojo. Jeez, he's been good defensively over the last couple of years. And it's going to be fifth tackle now, 2 minutes away from the line. Fit tackle. Good defense. Hold him out. Hold him out. Hold him out. Tom Dearden kicks it across. Yes, he's lost it. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Come on. Good defense, boys. Good defense, boys. Great defense, boys. Great defense. So second tackle now for the Titans at the 6. And they'll go out to the right to Brian Kelly, and BK is going to be at the 15. Whenever there's a team attacking the Titans line, you always will just assume they're going to score. And if they don't, it's incredible. So I assumed the Cowboys were going to score there. They didn't. It's incredible. And so David Fafita now, 4th tackle, gets the off-lead away. Tommy Weaver then to Jojo Fafita. Is that Sammy Mack playing in the back row, into the centres? Yeah, Sammy Mack's playing in the centres right now because Jackson Purdue obviously went off. And now they kick this ball down to the 20 where Scott Drinkwater brings it back to the 30, the 35, the 40. Fine tackle there, Jimmy. So Murray Talongi passes HIA. Bo has been going well to start this game. Yeah, well, Bo's going to try assist and also a try. Try assist and a try. Second tackle now for the Cowboys at the 45. And they'll get to the 40 on the Titans side of the field. Third tackle. Cohen Hess with a good run there. Vanessa says go to Titans. Exactly right, Vanessa. Exactly right. Tom Dearden, he'll go short. They're going very quickly up the middle. Like, they're getting a few meters, but I'm surprised they haven't gone wide at any stage of this set so far. Now they do. Scott Drinkwater, and then they go back into the centres. John Bateman. Like, what is this actually doing? Okay, gets it to Sammy McIntyre, and he'll just get taken down at the 15. What was the point of that, John Bateman? Fifth tackle now at the 15. Very nice defense in the Titans. Yeah, a lot better than what we've had recently. Tom Dearden puts it up into the air. That's going to be... No way. No way. Hold up, 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 hold up. I think they're called no try. There's no way you're going to get an angle to guarantee this try. There's no way you're going to get an angle. He's got no try, Chris Butler. There's no way you're going to have an angle to overturn this. There's no way. Cohen Hess, I don't believe a word you're saying, bro. All you forwards think you've scored even if you've knocked the ball on by 10 metres. So... yeah, but I thought the Cowboys knocked the ball on here anyway. I swear the Cowboys knocked the ball on here up in the air anyway. And absolutely, Cohen Hess, you can shut your mouth. You knocked the ball on by 5 metres and you're confident that it's a try. What you mean you think that's gone backwards there? Either way, he doesn't score anyway. But like Cohen Hess knows that he's knocked this ball on. I can't believe Brandy is even, or anyone's even arguing that that's gone backwards. Has clearly not gone there. Clearly. I don't even know why they're still looking at this. Easy knock on. Either way, yeah, Casey Badger is in the bunker, Skunkle, yeah. She's got a great record with Titans games. Look how clear that knock on is. It's a clear knock on. Yeah, thank you, Casey. Wow, Casey Badger with a correct call. Why are Cowboys fans booing? I don't understand why they're booing that call. It's more obvious than anything. What are they booing? Then again, we know firsthand, if you go to North Queensland Stadium, they boo a lot, just like Parramatta fans. All right, so Titans ball here at the 10. Cohen Hess comes on for John McLean. That must have happened a few minutes ago. And Dave is going to be taken down here at the 10. They do. Yeah, no, I remember. Skunkle. All right, so Lofianakan Pereira with a good run to the 15. Good tackle, though, from Cohen Hess. You know, it's clear as day if Badger actually can see it. Wild. It really is impressive stuff there from Casey Badger. Really is impressive stuff. Third tackle now for the Titans. Not made a great deal of meters right now. They spread it out. AJ Brimson to Bowie Firma. Bowie Firma faked the pass. It wasn't really on, so I'm glad that he held it. They give it off to BK with a very strong run to about the 50. That's about a 15-meter run. Hate to say it, but it's a pretty embarrassing Anzac jersey for the Titans. Hate to say it, but you were down 34-0 at half-time the other day. All right, so the Cowboys now will get this ball here at the 10, and they'll bring this ball out here to the 20 on Scott Drinkwater. First tackle. And they'll give it out now to the 25-second tackle. Especially when commentary was saying inconclusive, which it clearly wasn't. The commentary kind of came around at the end. Like, they originally were saying, like, it was inconclusive, but they came around to saying it was a... They came around to saying that it was a knock-on in the end. All right, so fourth tackle now at the 45. It's been an okay set here. They spread it out. Come on, get him down. They get the offload away. Rock him. Good hit, good hit, good hit. Oh, no, he's got the offload away again. Wrap the ball up, lads. Tom did. Yes, knock on. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. That one would have hit right in the ribs. Good one, BK. Well, it's like you guys know when it's a Titans game, I'm going to be a lot more tense. So it's like you're going to insult my team. You better come with something good because I'll reply. So when the Titans games are on, man, like that's why I always hate streaming Titans games usually. Obviously now that I'm not in the country, I have to, but I always hate doing it because anything can come out. Because I just want to see success of this team for these boys, for the people around. So Titans down to 50. Both of them are having a game. Bowie's having a great game, Levi. Jimmy Jolliffe, that's a good run from Jimmy, second tackle. Second tackle, and you got Sammy Verrills, he's at the 40. 6 again, gives it off here to Jalen LeGroux, go right hand side, go Phil, go Phil, go Phil at the 25. And it'll be taken down to 20. Good run by Phil, good setup out to the right hand side. First tackle, Jojo for feeder up to Tommy Weaver. Mikey Fodawaker, and it'll be second tackle here at the 20. Moeki to Sam Verrills to Tom Weaver. Come on, come on, come on, AJ. Out to Bowie Firma, and he'll be taken out the 10. He gets the offload away to AJ. Nearly knocks it on, but he's still got it. He's 10 minutes out. Kicks it through for Jalen DeGroot. It's going to be a dropout. Come on. It's all right. It was a nice little grab there from AJ. They did have the cover at the back. It will be a dropout from the Cowboys to the Titans, but very close. 10 minutes to go in the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. 10 minutes to go first half. We're all the same. This is good entertainment. Yeah, like we all are, but also it's like when you're reacting to the game, it's not public, right? So I do have to like control. And that won't go 10. That will be Titans ball here at the 10. That won't go 10. This is a very big set here for the Cowboys to defend. There's still 10 minutes to go here, but they just can't give it up. Everyone says DeGroot is fast. Yeah, down DeGroot's a good play, man. He doesn't have the same skill set as like Keanu Kenny does, obviously. And Keanu is an international fullback now for one of the best teams in the world. But Jalen DeGroot is a real good player, man. It's just that, unfortunately, so far, the Titans have been in a pretty bad situation. He hasn't really enhanced a great deal of the attack over the first couple of weeks, but, you know, he tries hard. He's safe at the back onto the high ball. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that he's got quite a few fullbacks in front of him. So they give it off here to Chrissy Randall, and Chris Randall's 5 minutes away from the line, third tackle. Sam Verrills off to Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver, is that a knock-on from Tom, or did he kick this? Oh, I think it's a try! Did he kick this? Is this Bowie again? I don't know. I thought this was a knock-on, but apparently Tom Weaver's kicked this. I think Bowie just scored a double. I thought this was a knock-on, but it must be a kick here from Tom Weaver. Obviously, the bunker's going to look over this. Bowie Firma is having an unbelievable game. Looks good from Perth. Looks good. Looks great from India, Joe. Looks great. He was held back as well. He was held back as well, but it's going to be fine. So Bo's going to score there, but I just want to make sure this does get boot to ball. Yeah, it does. It is boot the ball, so this is a try. This is a try. 3 of them scored there, I think. I think Bo scores first. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Who will actually score this? Bowie scores it. It's Bowie Firma's try. Bowie Firma with a double. Bowie Firma. Bowie Firma. Bowie Firma. Bowie Firma. Let's go, Bowie. Jeez, he's on fire. 20 points to 6 for the kick to come. It's about... Oh, there could be an offside, could there? Maybe Bowie. Who would be offside? Fodawaker could be offside here. Moe could be offside, unfortunately. They probably will call this. They probably will call this a no try. They probably will. Yep, they will. They're going to call this a no try for Moe. Right, this ref thing is diabolical. You've had one bad call against you, which was the try, but we also had multiple against us last week, and you guys get good calls, you guys get bad calls. We get good calls, we get bad calls. That's part of the game, Ryder. If the older you get, the more you realise that no matter what, the refereeing is always going to be diabolical, and sometimes you'll get the good calls and sometimes you get the bad calls. Last week, we got absolutely ravaged by Adam G. Absolutely ravaged by Adam G. This week, unfortunately, there was one try that has been called that was a forward pass. Besides that, I don't know what you're complaining about. So, it's time to grow up. It's time to realise that no matter what, we're going to see bad calls and good calls. You can get angry at it, but at the end of the day, you're also going to get a good call at some stage. Just like when, for example, that Tigers game in North Queensland last year, or a couple of years ago, whatever it was, there's multiple times the Cowboys get it. You don't complain then. You only complain now. That's why I say, last week happened, and I'll take that. I'll take that if it means we're getting some good results here. Because unfortunately, it is going to happen. So you just have to grow up and understand it. And that's why I get angry during the game last week at Adam G, but then you move on pretty quickly because you know it's going to come your way at some point. And it's an unfortunate part of the game, but it is part of the game. But guess what? Cowboys are going to go to the bin here because there is a professional foul. So see you the fuck later. Get off the field. The guy that scored is onside. So, Sundo, the rule is if the player is in the 10-metre vicinity and is a part of the play, that's where it's still offside, right? So, Moeki Fotuaika was within 10 metres of where the ball was. So, Bo was onside, and Tommy Weaver obviously kicked it, so he's onside. But because Mo takes part in the play and is within the 10-metre vicinity, unfortunately, that takes it away. So, this is going to be a... Hold on. So it's a penalty Titans. I would consider the 2 here to make it a 12-point game. Professional foul on Clifford. Yeah, Clifford goes. We was held back. Yeah, we was held back. So we're going to go for the 2 here to make it 12-point game, 18-6. Oh, too clean. You're crying. You're crying. Don't worry, I cried last week. As a Titans fan, too clean. I cried last week with the refereeing being against the Titans, so it's your turn now. Don't worry. 9 minutes to go here. 9 minutes to go with 9 minutes of the first half. It is a 12-point game, 18-6, and a bin for the Cowboys. But there's no way that anybody can disagree with that bin for the Cowboys based off of the fact that Tom Weaver was pulled back. But it was a no try, so at least we've got the 2 points there. No, it's like... Look, they did have a bad call against them, and this is the thing. That forward pass was a forward pass that led to our second try. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I cried last week for the Titans Raiders, and I said Adam G's an absolute tosser, and Adam G was a tosser. You can understand why Cowboys fans are complaining about one call, but it's like, listen, man, you've also allowed multiple other tries. Levi says, to be fair, outside of that missed forward pass, refereeing has been decent. Exactly. But that one forward pass, they will say, is the reason they lost the game. Right? Like, for example, with me as a Titans fan, I say the knock-on call that led to 2 tries to the Raiders is the reason why the Raiders ended up winning that game. So that's just kind of how the fans processes the think. I wish I didn't have to think like that, and I wish that fans didn't think like that. I wish that the refereeing was always consistent and always perfect and always great, but it's not going to be. So you have to take with the good with the bad and the bad with the good. It's a very unfortunate thing, but it is part of the game. Third tackle, and with every single sport. One bad call in 30 minutes and they're constantly whinging. Yeah, but there's a reason why they all boo up there. David says, Cowboys defense too busy reenacting Brokeback Mountain. Oh, Titans, AJ Brimson, good run to the halfway point. Really nice run there. Nice run. Sophie getting around the Cowboys. Well, it's well and truly still game on. It's only 12 points, you know. It's only 12 points. Sure, but I feel like you can only blame that one play if it was on the 79th minute. Still heaps of free to play. I don't think that Yeah, sure. Like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You can't blame the whole game on it now if you lose by 6 points. But then again, you had a whole 60-odd minutes, 70-odd minutes, 50-odd minutes to change the whole game. But yes, I understand what you're saying. Until the 80 minutes is played out, you need to see multiple kind of calls against you to really kind of... Anyway, long story short, fans are going to complain, win, lose, or draw. Jack and Nielsen's good to watch your boys play well. You deserve it. Hopefully they're gone with this. Yeah, well, at least Adam G's not refereeing this week. Full tackle. With Tom Dearden now. 7 minutes to go of that bin for Clifford. And Jeremiah Nene gets a good offload away there and gives it a Drinkwater. The Titans lazy in defense. Tino tries to come across. Drinkwater taken down to the 10. We usually concede when we're a man up, so I'm concerned. We usually do concede when we're a man up. Tom Dearden gives it across Sammy McIntyre. Get him down. Come on! And that's a knock on, and Bo Furman gets away. It's a Loffy. Go, Loff. Oh, you're lucky you got Loff before he got away because he's not getting caught if he gets. So Jalen DeGroot gives it off to BK. Oh, no. Jeez, I thought there was an injury there for BK, but he gets an offload away on 0 tackle and Jown the Groot to the 35. Do you want to know how much I could win, or do you want to wait for the surprise later? Oh, no, it's a knock-on from Phil Sami. Ah, damn it. It's a knock-on there from Phil Sami. Olivia, let's go with the surprise if it was to happen. Let's go with the surprise. Let's go with the surprise. Skunk called Cowgirls for a reason. We usually concede when we're in man advantage, so I'm definitely not super duper confident, though, that we've got this man advantage right now. I'm very happy with how we've played so far, but we were also up 16-0 at one stage last week. Dragon says at least AMG isn't refereeing. Correct. Not sure what this is a reference to. You do know, as there wasn't any controversy last week, nor has there been in any Rays Titans clash in recent memory. Jack O'Neill, you're lucky you don't get timed out for a minute. He knows, by the way, guys. He's just taking the piss. He messaged me last week and I replied to him saying Adam G's a clown on Instagram. But most of the time it's in Canberra that the controversy happens, not at Seabars. So Tom Dearden, he'll give it off to Griffin Neiman. It'll be second tackle here at the 25. Cowboys score here will be really positive for them considering that they have the bin. And Titans usually do give up a try when the other team has a bin. Third tackle here for the Cowboys. They go out to the left, Robson to Sammy McIntyre. Tommy Dearden, short play, Jeremiah Nene, and he will score. I told you, we always concede when we've got a man advantage. Why is Jeremiah Nene being such a dick today? I don't understand. I actually don't understand why this guy is being such a dick today. What is there's no rivalry here between the Titans and Cowboys. Why is there such like a fierce thing going on from the Cows? No one from the Titans and Cowboys really cares. Like we hate the Broncos and the Dolphins. Why is Jeremiah Nene so fired up here against us as if like we're a big rival? I don't understand. The try's fine. The try's good. The try's great. Like that's a fine try. It's just like he's really trying to like rub it in to the boys. What problems does he have with Tommy Weaver? What problems does he have with these guys? I don't understand. There's never been like an animosity there. So it's really confusing. So Titans shouldn't have taken the 2. Disagree. Because if they didn't score, then they're up by 10. And then they're up by only 6 points now, but 4 points if they get the conversion here. So you would rather, with only 9 minutes to go, you absolutely take the 2. The sport reactions, you come up with bad calls all the time, though, so I understand. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. The thing with sport reactions, guys, is that you'll notice in these streams is that he never actually wants to say anything positive about anything. He's always just trying to get a reaction. So that's why half the time I ignore his comments in the chat. He's been here for a long time. I'm very well aware of what he does in the comments. So 3 minutes to go in the first half. If the Titans had have taken the 2, which they did, he would have gone against that. If the Titans had gone for the try and scored, he still probably would have gone against that in some way. Like dead set, this guy is just always finding the way to go the opposite. So it is 18-12 here, 6-point game rather than a 4-point game. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Brian says, I'm a huge Cowboys fan. Please don't badmouth my team. No, I will absolutely badmouth your team. But that means you can also badmouth my team. My team is playing your team right now, bro. Like, that's how it is. Fuck the Cowboys. Next week, I'll be happy to back him in. I'll be happy to back him in against whoever. But, like, you're playing my team right now, man. You can't expect me to sit here and circle jerk him. So 3 minutes to go here in the first half. But again, when the Cowboys aren't playing the Titans, I don't mind the Cowboys. I have no problem with them. I don't have a rivalry with the Cowboys at all when they're not playing the Titans. But every time a team plays the Titans, of course I'm going to disagree. I feel like someone's knocking, but then I don't think they are. So Clifford now, 3 minutes to go here of the first half. He's got 3 minutes in the bin. David says, it's because Weaver rhymes with Beaver, which rhymes with teaser, and then I took that personally. Teaser? What? What did just happen there? Titan second halves are always the worst. Yeah, Joe, I'm worried about the second half for sure. I am. Oh, that's forward. That's forward. Oh, well, there you go, hey, Cowboys. There you go, hey, Cowboys. Well, Titans will get the ball here at the 40. That was the forward bars, but they didn't call it. So Titans now. Are you guys hearing like a knock as well? Is there someone at the door? No, I don't know what's going on there. Second tackle now for the Titans. They'll be the 50. Second tackle. 2 minutes to go here of the first half. Tom Weaver off to Bowie Firma, who's had such a good game. He'll be at the 44. Third tackle. Sam Verrills off to Tino. Tino Forward tackle now at 35. What people need to realise and understand about these streams is for the 7 other games that are on, I will always be having fun. It'll be a lot easier. Jalen the Groot through, taken down at 15. A lot easier to commentate. When it's Titans games, I'm always going to be 100% Titans. Tom Weaver at the 15. Kicks it through. It's not a bad kick. It's a good kick. Damn it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him in goal there. Couldn't get him in goal, so it's Cowboys ball here at the 10. It's always going to be extremely passionate on a good and a bad level when Titans play. You need to get that. Outside of that, the other 7 games, we're sweet. So third tackle now for the Cowboys at the 25. Titans will get maybe a couple more tackles at the end of this set. Brian says, well, I believe the Cowboys will still win. Much love. Yeah, sure, man. Like, it's only a 6-point game. Like, I know the Titans do well, man. I know that there's no way this game's close to over yet. You know? Both these teams, you know, are very unconvincing this season. Very unconvincing. So that'll be Jalen DeGroot who picks us up with 50 seconds left now. And he'll be taken down here at the 10. First tackle. Both these teams are very unconvincing. There's no confidence in the Titans, and there's still no confidence in the Cowboys either. They've got a lot to prove. And Loffy will be taken down now at the 15, 16. But I've seen too many comebacks that I'm just like, you know, it's only 6 points, mate. 6 points is nothing. 6 points is quite literally nothing. Hold on, what's happening here from Chris Butler? What's Chris Butler saying? Bunker intervention. Jimmy Jolliffe. What's happening here? Well, Jimmy Jolliffe about to get binned here. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what's Jimmy Jolliffe done. So there's a bin coming up here. High contact on John Bateman. He's in the bin. So Jimmy Jolliffe will go to the bin. But that was in the previous set. Do we go back for a penalty? Do we go back for a penalty on that? That was like 8 tackles ago. It is a bin though. It's the correct call. It's a correct call. Tom Weaver should have beat 4 defenders, hit a prime RTS sidestep and scored just then. Shaking my head, feel like you would have done that if you didn't take the 2 earlier. That's how people think, man. So yeah, it's just play. It's play on from the spot, but Jimmy Jolliffe has been binned. I was going to say because that was like 8 tackles ago. Your level-headedness and diplomacy against a rival in this chat is offensive and will not be tolerated. Titans and Cowboys aren't rivalry. Like it's a Queensland rivalry, sure, but there's never really been. It's never really been too much. Sam Verrills with a great run there to the 45. Fit tackle. Just started watching the game. The Titans better with Weaver or Campbell at 7. Oh. Talk about it in a second. David at the 40 will just get taken down. No one kind of followed him through. I agree with you, Adam. I have no problem with the bin, but I hate the fact that they stop the play and go back. If it's missed on field, it's missed on field, surely. Yeah, they have been kind of taking the new approach with it this year. It's like, yeah, there's always going to be a bit of a frustration. What I think is a benefit to it is that there's no penalty, right? So if the referees miss it on the field and it's 8 tackles later or 9 tackles later or whatnot, and they go back for it, like the bin, sure. But if they go back 8 or 9 tackles and then give the penalty as well, which changes the entire end of that set, and then also the Titans having the ball and whatnot, and this goes for anybody, that's when it probably gets a little bit too much. But they've gone back and they've adjudicated on it, and they've just kind of played on from the point the ball still was. So if they penalised it and they went 8, 9 tackles and then penalised it, I think that would have been stupid. But they did go, considering it was a bin, I am still kind of okay with it. I'm still okay with it, and that's going against my team in that situation, but... You know, I wish he wasn't binned, but he was. And for me, it was fair. Just don't penalise 8, 9 tackles ago. And that even goes for the Titans an advantage against another team. Because I just want consistency across the comp. But guys, half-time here, 18-12. Both teams with the man in the bin. I think it was... Who was the one who got binned again? I think it was Didden. No, it wasn't Didden. Who was the one who got binned again? Damn, I can't even think right now. It was Jake Clifford, sorry. It was Jake Clifford. So he's in the bin, and he'll probably be back basically for the second half. Unfortunately, Jamie Jolliffe will be off in the next 8-9 minutes. So they've got, you know, that's going to be difficult for the Titans to withhold. It's going to be very, very difficult to do. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Titans go in this opening first 10, 20 minutes, because that's where they really lost the game last week to the Raiders. The Titans are not very well known for a good second half start. And not only that, but now they're a man down for the next 9 minutes, so it enhances how difficult that's going to be. Brian says, bro, are you seeing what I'm seeing? The Cowboys are the only team who always scores against an opponent when there's someone being binned, considering the last rounds. So no. So, sure, you'll notice that more than me. I do watch all your games, and I do watch every game, pretty much. However, it's kind of a mixture, because the Titans, whenever they go a man up, for some reason, always concede. I don't know what it is, whether it's laziness, whether it's complacency, whether it's, ego. I don't know what it is, but the Titans can also enhance that, so sure. But the game nowadays, I think that the main thing that you're going to notice with the game, the rugby league nowadays, is that, how do I explain it? Is that the game is so fast and so pacey and so speedy that even if you've got 12 players, it doesn't affect the game as much as it did 10, 20 years ago. It kind of just means that you've got to put more effort in, whereas 10, 20, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say here and put it without making it sound stupid, which 24/7 I sound stupid, but 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, a sin bin was so detrimental. Like, it was incredibly significant. Nowadays, it doesn't change as much. So that's why when your Cowboys are as good as an attacking team as they are, they're not a good defensive team, but they're a great attacking team, they can still score just as likely. And when you're coming up against the Titans, who do very much so get complacent or egotistical or lazy when they go up 13-12. It's just a really good mix there for the Cowboys. But no, I wouldn't say that the Cowboys are just this team that is the only one who scores against teams that with 13-12 when they're the disadvantaged team. But it's a stat. Like, if you've seen that, you're a Cowboys fan, you'll notice it more than I will. But just on the neutral value, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Jack O'Neill's Fox League coverage rightfully highlighting Firma would not bat an eye if he got a Queensland jersey this year. Bo Firma was the best player across both those teams in the first half. Yeah, very clearly. He should have had, he shouldn't have had 2 tries. It was an offside because he was within the 10-metre vicinity. But he was very close to having 2 tries. He did put the ball down twice. He did score 1 time, but he also had the assist. So the Titans have scored 3 tries. He scored 1, and he had a try assist for BK. Yeah, Jojo scored on the right-hand side, and Bo was the one who got the assist for BK. So, yeah, no, he's having an amazing game. And it's just unfortunate that Moe was within the vicinity, and even though he didn't score, he was within the vicinity, so it was the correct call. Ibrahim says at least they're consistent with that call. With what call? Which call are you referring to? Hold on one sec. Anyway, let's go through some stats. It is halftime, 18-12. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, I have to really reiterate this every single Titan stream. When the Titans are playing, it's going to be more intense. It's going to be fiery. I'm passionate. I love my boys. I love my team. I love my community. So please, if you get offended, don't feel like it is something that is a consistent thing in this channel. It is just that I'm extremely passionate about my team. I always have been. I always will be. And I won't ever apologize for it. But when it's the other 7 games, we're a lot more chilled. It's a lot more, chatting with you guys, a lot more, kind of back and forth kind of deal. And it's not so intense in regards to like the emotions that carry into the game. So just remember that. But all right, so let's get into some stats here. So the possession and completions, 53% for the Titans, 47% for the Cowboys, 81% on the completion rate, 18 from 22 for the Titans, 70% for the Cowboys at 12 from 17. So they're not got a good completion rate here at all, the Cows. Pretty much the same amount of runs, 90 to the Titans, 87 to the Cowboys, with the run meters being 775 to the Titans and 754 to the Cows. So pretty much the exact same. They're basically the exact same on runs and meters. Post-contact meters, though, the Titans are definitely an advantage. 242 post-contact to 205 to the Cowboys, which is a decent enough gap, especially considering it's only 3 runs different. 3 line breaks apiece, 16 tackle breaks to 8 for the Cowboys. So the Titans defense is still allowing some tackle breaks. Cowboys are allowing a few, but just not as many. It's literally half. The average set distance, the Cowboys are winning the middle of the field. 44.39 on the average set distance, which is very solid. Very solid. It's not at the incredible point yet, but it's the upper end of the very, very solid. And 35.25 of the Titans, which is on the extremely low end of a good level. 35 to 40 is good. 40 to 45 is great. And 45 plus is incredible. So 35 to 20.25 is not fantastic, but it's still in the good tier, whilst the Cowboys are at the very high end of the great tier. You've got the average play the ball speed at 3.3 for the Cowboys, 3.42 for the Titans. That's quite normal for the Titans there. It's kind of like a mid-level. Cowboys are on the bit of the pacier side. 5 offloads to 3 Titans way. The kick defusal is 20% for the Titans. Yikes. and 60% for the Cowboys. There's only been one forced dropout, which is for the Titans earlier on. Now, defensively, effective tackle percentage is actually not that bad for the Titans. I was expecting it to be worse. So 91.1%. 91.1% effective tackle percentage for the Cowboys, 174 tackles made, 8 missed tackles, and 9 ineffective. Whilst the Titans are at 89.06%, 171 tackles made, 16 missed tackles, and 5 ineffective. Now, don't get me wrong, 16 missed tackles is bad, but they're actually limiting the ineffective. The 16 missed tackles is not fantastic, but anything above 88% is the basic tier, and then anything above, like 88% itself is pretty basic. 89% is decent, but 90 plus is fantastic. And we saw the other night, one of the teams was like 98% defensive effective tackle percentage at halftime, which was incredible. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was the Broncos. I think it was the Broncos. Who were like 98% or 99% tackle efficiency and missed one tackle in the first half, which was incredible. But negative play, 8 errors to the Cowboys, 4 errors to the Titans, 3 penalties conceded to the Cowboys, 2 to the Titans, 3 ruck infringements to the Cowboys, 1 Titans, and 1 in sin bins. But, the Cowboys were able to score with that there. But there you go. There's the halftime stats. It does show you that the Titans are fair enough in the lead, but it also tells you that the game is so close that this could go completely any way. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Both these teams defensively are just simply not good. Whether you're a Cowboys fan and you want to support your team, or you're a Titans fan like me and you want to support your team, there's no way that you can really argue that although the effective tackle percentage is quite solid for both these teams, it's the individual lapses, which is why it's 18 points for the Titans and 12 for the Cowboys. Whoever wins this game has already given up too many points. Unless the Titans keep the Cowboys to 12 for the entirety of the second half, the Cowboys have already given up too many points with 18, and the Titans are 6 points away from giving up too many points with being 18 if the Cowboys get 6. So both these teams defensively aren't great. The Titans have the ability to score. The Cowboys have a guarantee pretty much that they're going to score. It just comes out to a shootout with the Cowboys usually. Jack Nealon says, not to mention some big defensive efforts. He's consistent and impressive on both sides of the ball. Absolutely. Bowie Ferber's definitely putting his name. He's been around the Queensland side for a while now, for a few years, but he just hasn't gotten into the team yet. He had that injury, not last year, 2023, I think it was, the ACL. So that was rough. That was rough for sure. But since then, he's been killing it. DJ says, I need Titans to lose by less than 8. Well, they're not going to lose. Brian says, yeah, I got you, bro. 12 on 13 is nothing. It's only how a team defends because I believe 12-man can still win a game. Well, let's use this as an example. The Titans played the Warriors in 2023 at Cbus Super Stadium. The Titans went down send-off in the 20th minute. So 60 minutes, the Titans had to defend with 12 men against the Warriors, and that was the year they made the prelim. That was the year the Warriors were very, very good. So the Warriors come to town. They go up, I think, 18-6. 18-6 with 30 minutes to go. And then, despite the Titans having Moeki Fotuaika sent off at the game in the 20th minute, the Titans scored 2 late tries, one being a Jaden Campbell intercept that actually tied the game up late. So despite them going down a man in the 20th, and then going down by 12 in the 50th, in the 70th minute of the game it was tied. It was tied 18-18. So that entire 50, 60 odd minutes or so, I don't understand why I keep hearing noises, man. It's so confusing. But that entire 50-odd minutes, people would have expected the Titans, in a year the Warriors were very good, to get blown out of the water. But they weren't. The Warriors ended up winning that game with 2 late tries in the 76th minute and 79th minute, or whatever it was. But it was actually more of an impressive result, though, for the Titans, despite being down 13-12 and losing the game. They were able to really keep that game super competitive and were in with a chance if they didn't just get exhausted in that last 5 minutes. So that's why I say the 13-12 is actually a little bit of a facade in a lot of ways too, because it's not as important as it once was 10 years ago. But you could also make the argument that the Titans were extremely tired based off of that in the last 5. Casey says, I need the Titans to win, not for a multi, but for my soul. Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you. The Titans might get lucky, not a real serious team. You're down 34-0 at halftime. Scott Wood, how serious is that? David says, who's the incumbent Maroons second rowers? Cotter, Caro, and Nanai. No, Cotter's on a back row. Ruben Cotter, does he play back row? No, he's more front row, isn't he, in Queensland? Or is it Hetherington? No way, Hetherington. Maybe Firma as a bolt onto the bench, 18th man. Well, David Fafita for starters. There's also Jeremiah Nene, yeah. There's also Tom Gilbert that'll get a shout. There is... Who else would be there? Carrigan is not in the back row. Carrigan's not in the back row. Am I missing something here? Those seem like some random names you've just brought up. Why? Hetherington's the most random name I've ever heard in my life. You think Kobe Hetherington's going to play for Queensland? And yeah, no. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, is that... Am I missing something in regards to the question there that you just said? Jaden Stewart's another one skunkle, even though he's kind of on the out of Billy Slater. But yeah, there's that one too. But I think Hetherington has thrown me here. Catewell's not getting into Queensland this year. No way. Like, he's done a good job for Queensland, but there's just better players. There just simply is better players nowadays. Catewell's not at the same standard. Catewell is a very solid player, but he's never an incredible player on the X Factor kind of sense, the creative kind of sense. He was always able to do his job at a really good level. But who was the Origin team last year? Because that Hetherington's just thrown me out of whack. I'm like, why even bring his name up? That makes absolutely no sense. Hetherington, as in Kobe Hetherington from the Broncos. Brother. I'm sorry if that's your actual opinion, but like I don't see a world. 2024. Then again, Griffin Neame played for New Zealand, so anything is possible. Let's open this up. I want to see what the back rowers were. To be fair, they still went with Kurt Catewell last year. To be fair, and Cotter did well. He was meant to start in the front row. It's just Queensland did change. Bro, look at this. This is how much Queensland changed their team in that last game. So Mikey Fodawaker was the 15. He ended up starting in 8. Harry Grant was the 14. He ended up starting in 9. Felice Kafusi was the 16. He ended up starting in 10. Ruben Cotter was 8 and ended up starting in the 11 with the back row. Kurt Catewell was the only one. Kurt Catewell was the 11, ended up starting in 12, and Paddy Carrigan was the only one across the team that stayed exactly where they were in the forwards. That's actually a very interesting stat to read out. I didn't even know that. I didn't actually know they adjusted it as heavily as that. They took 3 starters out on the interchange. Ben Hunt, Lindsay Collins, Jeremiah Dene. That's crazy. Brian says, that's really impressive. By the way, I'm a huge Queensland fan. Cowboys and Titans are both Queensland teams. What are your thoughts on the upcoming State of Origin game? I know now is when people start to talk about it. I still think next week is when really people start to kick into gear when Magic Round is over. That's when people really start to fire up about Origin. Origin's a tough one this year because I think New South Wales are very strong. I'm a Queenslander, and I think that Queensland, I'm always going to back in Queensland, and we'll be live streaming the games here and whatnot. Second half's about to start, by the way, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. They're both out in the field, Titans and the Cowboys. I think that if I was to go and say who I think wins this year, I'm probably going to lean New South Wales. But Queensland still will have a very strong lineup, and they will, go and potentially overachieve like we have for many, many years. Potentially overachieve because they've got a great spine. Mitchell Moses is probably going to get that 6. Nathan Cleary is going to be in that 7. Their 9 is fantastic, and their actually, who is their 9? Robson? Maybe probably the weakest spot of that, but still fine. And then the fullback is either Edwards or Tedesco or Pappenhausen or Tom Debojevic or Trell Mitchell. Like this. They've got a good team this year, New South Wales. First tackle now, but then again, New South Wales always kind of have that good team, and Queensland always have that underdog team, and we always usually get over the top besides last year. But New South Wales also don't get rugby league. So third tackle now for the Titans, and they'll be at the 30. They've got a bin for the next 9 or 8 minutes or so from now. Obviously, for the Cowboys, Jake Clifford is back. Hooker got to be happy. Maybe, but Robertson did. Whoever they went with in Game 3 is who they should go with this year, provided they are healthy. Whoever they went with in Game 3 that beat Queensland in Queensland, New South Wales should not be chopping and changing a winning formula, which is why Queensland has been so successful and has more Origin championships than New South Wales, because they always would pick and stick. Regardless, I know New South Wales fans always go, well, you had Billy Slater and Cameron Smith and Cooper Cronk, like you're never going to change it. And the fact of the matter is that they still don't really change it. And then when Queensland make 1 or 2 changes compared to the 5 or 6 that New South Wales make, New South Wales go, who's one doing it now? It's like it's very nitpicking. Very, very nitpicking. But anyway, like we're kind of Griffin Neame gets a bit through, gets it off the end of Tom Dearden. Tom Dearden gets it across, and they've got space, and that, my friends, is probably, yes! Jalen fucking de Groot with a good try-saving tackle. Jalen, wow. Jalen de Groot with just incredible defense. Incredible defense. Scott, I'm going to give you one warning here, man. If you are here just to troll, we will just remove you for today. So, enough with the dead still front-ending contracts, mate. Because if you are here to troll, this is way too tense of a game. In regards to the Titans games, I'm not going to deal with you trolls. So, just remember you were down 34-0 at halftime, and please move on and just enjoy the game. Do not try to get the reaction, otherwise we will just time you out. So, it's going to be a great defense there from Jalen de Groot. And the Titans are going to get this ball here at the 10. I can't believe he stopped that. It's an amazing defensive try-saving tackle. Same thing goes for you, Adam. 66-6. And Mario Opossum says, let's go Cowboys. Yeah, well, good luck. You know, it's only a 6-point game. Jimmy Joll's still got 7.5 minutes to go here. Casey says, I just read what happened to old Kevin Proctor. Oh, time's away. Go Chrissy Randall. Let's get AJ Brimson on the inside. Go AJ! Go AJ! Oh, he's taking over 20. Jeez, this second half has started on fire. Third tackle now for the Titans. Oh, that was years ago, Casey, with the vape mid-game. That was years ago. I can't really talk about that, though, because I know a lot more about what happened there. So I can't really talk about that publicly, but that was years ago. So fourth tackle now, AJ Brimson. Chrissy Randall, he'll be out at the 10. Jeez. But that hasn't been... It's just like, if they're going to try and troll... You can say, go Cowboys. Like, get around the Cowboys. But if they're going to deliberately just come in to try and troll, then it's not going to happen. And that'll be a good catch there. This second half has started off very well for both the Cowboys and also the Titans. So Murray Talani grabs that ball. First tackle at the 5. We never score with a man in the bin. Like, we never usually score when we have a man in the bin. So that was just impressive to see that we nearly just scored just then. So great run from Sammy V to Chrissy Randall, then back to AJ. It's just unfortunately, Vallejo was able to get back in time. So Cowboys ball here, third tackle at the 40. Bro, big Kevin Proctor does what he wants. We all love Sideshow Bob. He never really had a great career for the Titans. He was unreal for the Stormmen for New Zealand. And then it just didn't really kick off for him at the Titans as we would have liked necessarily. Sammy McIntyre's still going here. Still going. He's kind of gone behind a player there. What's happening right now? He's gained 5 meters from an obstruction. You can't sacrifice yourself 5 meters later, referee. That should have been a penalty for the Titans, but whatever. So they'll kick this ball down, and it will be Phil Sami who grabs his ball at the 10 on first tackle. They also called Kevin Proctor Sideshow Bob's uncle. I know who you're referring to, but they also called Kevin Proctor Sideshow Bob. David said, they comment. Casey says, so in the couple of years I didn't watch, we lost Proctor, Ash, and many other players, not to retirement, but to controversies. Well, Ash went to the Warriors, and then also Ash retired due to injury. Ash went to the Warriors, and then Ash retired due to injuries. Kevin Proctor, I can't talk about this, bro. I can't talk about it publicly, but long story short, sure. Fifth tackle now for the Titans, the 45. That name belongs to Matt Pearson. None of the people on the chat, bro, are going to know exactly who you're talking about at all. But Kevin Proctor is probably more well known for it across the greater NRL community. Yeah, probably across the greater NRL community. Drinkwater nearly gets away, taken out at 35. Proctor had to have one of the most deepest voice in the NRL. Yeah, he did. Yeah, his voice was very, very deep. No, Greg Bird is very croaky, to be fair, but Kevin Proctor's voice was very, very strong. I would say Greg Bird's voice actually is harsher than Darren Lockyer's. By a decent bit, too. Like, Birdie's voice really has rocked him over the years. Johnny Bateman, he'll go to the right of the 35, now the 25. Just need to hold out here with this man down, Titans. That's 6 again, is it? Oh, I thought I heard him say it. Tom Dearden off to Drinkwater, then they give it across to Nene. Sami gets the ball. Let's go. Thank you, Jeremiah. Gives the ball, Philip Sami. Titans with the ball here. It's first tackle. He wasn't square. That should be a penalty against Tom Dearden. Oh, my gosh. That absolutely should have been a penalty against Tom Dearden. Anyway, third tackle now at the 42. I'm just glad that we aren't conceding now despite we being the man down in his first 6 minutes of the second half. 6 again. Come on, we need this. Just wait. Just soak this time up is what I'm asking for. Yes, Scott, but I think that was in Melbourne. That wasn't with us. BK, if he got that ball to Loffy, Olivia would have been chirping. So Jimmy Jolliff's still got 3.5 minutes left of the bin here, so he'll be back with about 30 minutes to go. AJ Brimson to Tino, and Tino will not get the offload away. He'll be taken down at the 42, third tackle. Yeah, Tino's not had the most X-Factor kind of game. The Cowboys have done a pretty good job holding him back, but, De Groot's knocked the ball on. No way, De Groot has just given the ball straight to Jackson Purdue. You're kidding. Tino! Tino with a massive try-saving tackle there. Tino has just got that over Jackson Purdue. Wow. Tommy didn't. Oh, it's a try. Unfortunately, that comes back to Jalen De Groot, but Tino with a fantastic try-saving tackle there that I just don't want to skip past. They're gonna every time you break through like that, off of a knock-on from our team. So that's unfortunately on our attack, not on our defense, which is fine. It's very unfortunate there from Jalen De Groot that knocks that ball on, and then Jackson Purdy gets it. But Tino with a fantastic try-saving tackle there is incredible, considering that is a front rower /13 chasing down a center. No matter what, as soon as they broke through there, they were always going to score. Any team is going to score in that situation against 13, let alone against 12. Right, so I'm not upset at the end of the day that they've been able to pass that ball and there's nobody there to defend this try. I am upset at Jalen De Groot for knocking that ball on, but Tino, unbelievable. Tino, unbelievable stuff. Brian says, why do teams make errors? Most teams lose because of errors. Because they're human beings, bro, and they're playing a very tough sport. They're still the best. For example, if you're playing in rugby league, you get given a start, you will knock the ball on every time you touch it because someone's going to whack you. You got to remember, these guys have got to hold the ball against grown men who live and breathe by performance enhancements and statistics and fitness and running and tackling. These guys are very big hitters. It's not easy to hold the ball. It's not easy in the game when you've got to think about this and think about that and think about defending and think about attacking. Look, do I think that they should be limited? For sure. I think that's why teams don't win the comp, and that's why teams do win the comp. You have players who are more disciplined, and you have players who make less errors, but Nathan Cleary makes errors. Cameron Smith made errors. The best players of all time have made errors, man. That's a part of it all. To be the best player, you're just going to make the least errors. Knowing that Tino Haas and Terrell may want to play for... Oh, no. Oh, it's okay, because I'm on my Wi-Fi internet. Okay, thankfully, the power just went out. So thankfully, I'm on my phone internet here. All right, so the Cowboys now, they will get this ball to the 20. It's lose, not lose. Yeah, no, you're fine. Sorry, guys, I am in the dark because obviously the power's just gone out here, but obviously I'm using my phone internet for the stream anyway, so it's fine. Second tackle now for the Cowboys, and they're going to go to the right-hand side of John Bateman, and Bateman's going to get taken down now at the 20 on third tackle. It's a tie game. There's still a minute. Probably about a minute left here for Jimmy Jolliffe in the bin. Probably about a minute left. Scott Drinkwater gives his ball off here to Robson, then to Dearden to Nene, and good tackle there by Jojo Fafita. Full tackle now at the 44. Tom Dearden, he goes out to the left-hand side. Tom Dearden, he'll get taken down to the 18. Fifth tackle, just hold out. One more tackle, and he should be able to complete a set. And as a penalty, Cowboys for a fucking high tackle. Oh, it's offside apparently. Oh, no, it is a high tackle. Then why are you going and calling it as an offside when you're calling it as a high tackle? Oh, stop it! That's a high tackle. What? Exactly, Brandy. Greg Alexander says that is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. That is absolute bullshit that is a penalty. That is outrageous they've called that as a high tackle. I don't want to hear a single Cowboys fan complaining that they've been robbed in this game now. Dead set. Cowboys 5 meters away from the line. The fact they've called that as a high tackle is outrageous. They're probably going to score off this set too. 30 minutes to go here with this game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Exactly right. People saying joke. That's a joke, man. Third tackle here, 5 minutes away from the Cowboys. Jimmy Jolliffe is back on the field and he's running hard to get back into it. Go, Jimmy. Tom Dearden, he'll spread out to the right-hand side. Drinkwater, short ball, John Bateman. Come on, hold him out, man. Hold him out. Don't give Chris Butler his circle jerked wake fest tonight for that call. Fourth tackle out to Clifford, and Clifford gets cut down. Good defense, Sammy Verrills. Fifth tackle now. 5 meters away. And fifth tackle. Come on! Come on, man. Chris Butler, you can eat a dick for that call. So Titans ball here at the 5. Come on. 30 minutes to go here. Tied 18-18. That was good defense. Sammy Verrills is down at the moment. God bless him. Second tackle here for the Titans at the 10. We're just going to time you. We'll see you tomorrow, Scott Wood. I'm just going to time you out until tomorrow, mate. And if you come back again and do this kind of shit again, we'll just see you. We'll just send you out. So see you later, Scott. So fourth tackle now. Just remember, your team was down 34-0 to a team that lost 2 straight games at halftime on Thursday. Shush. Fifth tackle now for the Titans. And they'll go out to the right-hand side, and it's Tommy Weaver who kicks this ball down into the corner. And the Cowboys will grab this ball at the 20, and it's Murray Taulagi now to the 30, the 35, the 40. Come on, boys. Come on. What was that last play? I don't know what the Cowboys were doing there, man. I really don't. This is such a close game at this point, though. Second tackle, 29 minutes left. Come on, boys. After Viliami Vailea. Come on, boys, get it out to Khan. Yeah, unfortunately, Khan's not been able to have too much space today. He's not been able to find a great deal of space. Sam McIntyre, Tom Dearden gives it off here to Drinkwater at the 40. Oh, no, they're away. Get him down. They get the offload away to Dearden. Dearden's got Sam. Oh, it's a forward pass. I don't want to hear a single fucking Cowboys fan complain about the refereeing in this game. You watch this pass again. I don't want to hear a single Cowboys fan complain about officiating in this game after that first try, which was absolutely a forward pass in the Titans, but you've just received a forward pass try here. Man. So Sammy Mack goes out to the left. David comes out, doesn't make a tackle. That's a lot on Dave there. That's a lot on Dave. But watch this pass. After Dearden. Watch this. Bro! Oh, the officials are gone, dude. There's been 2 forward passes in this game for a try. One from the Titans and one from the Cowboys. That's just dead set. Truly. What's the point of having touch judges? I don't understand the point of having touch judges at this point. I just don't get it. Both teams have benefited from a bad forward pass call for a try. I just don't get it. The touch is quite literally right there. That's a better forward pass than Dak Prescott. Dead set. Bro. So 22-18 at the kick to come. Both teams still, again, no defense. I just don't understand what touchies are doing. What's the point of touchies at this point? You couldn't call the Tino forward pass of the Titans try, and you can't call that forward pass of the Cowboys try. So do forward passes just not exist anymore? Do they just not exist? Are you allowed to throw the ball over the top of the head like this? And they will miss the kick, so we'll stay a 4-point game, 22-18 with 27 minutes to go to the game. Just tell us. If the NRL wants to just tell us that we are allowed to drop back in a quarterback stance and throw the ball 40 yards into the corner, then we can do that. Just let us know. Just let us know if we are allowed to throw the ball like this. Unbelievable, dude. Casey says, kind of glad I stopped watching and tuned into the stream. I don't even want to see that forward pass. It is what it is, man. Titans scored a try in the first half of a forward pass, and they're going to score it there. But the thing you get angry with is the refereeing. You get angry when they can't make a simple call like that, which is why we got angry at MG last week for the forward pass, for the knock-on, sorry. But overall, both these teams can't defend to save their lives. And there's still criticism to be made about the Titans' defense. They've still got up 22 points. The Cowboys have still got up 18 points. Both teams should still be concerned long-term about both their defenses. But getting the 2 points is obviously the most important factor. But then you go into it and you go, both these teams, when they come up against a really, really big-time team, they're going to get beaten because they can't defend. That try and the other try for the Titans, sure, it's forward pass. But the other ones, both teams are giving up heaps of points. Forward tackle now for the Cowboys at the halfway point. Forward tackle now. Give this ball out to Scott Drinkwater. Drinkwater gives it off here to Viliami Vailea. Vailea gives it out to the right-hand side. And that's poor defense there from Loffy. He just allowed that. Knock on. Titans ball. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. So knock on Cowboys there. So Titans will get the ball. Touches are there for a winger's moral support. 26 minutes left. Damn it, I would love that power to come back on for the aircon, that's for sure. Alright, Titans ball here at the 15. Come on. And David Fafita gets this ball to the 15. Yeah, no one cares at the moment, Ford, man. You've got to read the room as we currently speak. Jimmy Jolliffe now at the 24. And penalty. Come on! Come on, penalty. Let's go. Come on. Penalty. Let's go. Okay, we'll put ourselves into attacking range now. We have been on the back foot to start the second half. I'm glad that it's only a 4-point game right now rather than just allowing the Cowboys to run away with it, which we have done a lot in the past with the opposition team. Clyde's Titans a winner. I hope so, man. I don't know. This is very much in the balance, this game. I'd love to see us get over the top in the end. You know, we're working hard for it. It's just both teams just give up too many points, man, every week. Adam Smart, here's our thought process in regards to that, because I know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, Jay's done the same thing. You're second tackle here for the Titans, and they're at the 45. Chris Randall off to Tino, and then Tino now, he'll be at the 38, third tackle. I don't know why regulars turn out to be dickheads during Titans games, to be completely honest with you. AJ Brimson, Bowie Firma, great run by Bowie Firma at the 24, fourth tackle. Fourth tackle, come on Gold Coast. Bowie Firma gives it out to Randall. Randall off to Mikey for the Waker to Tommy Weaver. Tommy Weaver goes out to the right side of Jojo Fafita. Fifth tackle now, 15 metres away. 15 metres away, fifth tackle. Chris Randall off to Tom. Come on, boys. They kick this ball into the corner. Good chase through BK. But that's a good take by Robert Derby. That is a really good take there from the Cowboys. So first tackle, 3 metres away. Oh, boy. So Rose says, touches are as useless as the video rest. Don't disagree. Casey Badger hasn't done anything wrong in this game so far, though. Like, it was the right call to unfortunately call Mikey for the Waker offside. Admiring oppression. Dear me. So fourth tackle, gives it off now to Cotter. And Cotter's at the 40. Oh, I hate streaming close games like this, man. And now into the corner, just outside the 40, so it's not a 40-20, but Jalen DeGroote's back there anyway at the 25, the 30. And it's going to be first tackle here at the 30. What do you think we or the NRL can do to improve the forward passes or bad calls like this? Because obviously people have had issues with the refs since the sport started. Is there a clear fix? There's never going to be a clear fix, but rugby do decide on forward passes. Rugby do allow the team mode to decide on forward passes. Yeah, you'll have disagreements with it occasionally, but at least the obvious ones get called, like the 2 ones we've seen in today's game where the Cowboys scored and the Titans scored. There's been 2 tries scored off of forward passes today that are pretty evident and pretty clear. So the TMO and rugby would be able to call on that, but you are still going to get people who disagree with it, whether it be for or whether it be against. But it's just maybe the lesser of two evils, or you can go with the devil you know of the devil you don't and not utilise the bunker/TMO on that side. I would lean in regard to going with some form of call where you can make it only on the clear and evident forward passes, not the 50-50s. If it's a 50-50, you go with the on-field call. But the clear and evident ones absolutely deserve to have the bunker ruling on it. All right, so second tackle and Derby's away. Derby's away. Good tackle there by Jalen DeGroote. Third tackle here at the halfway point. Out to the left-hand side, Tom Dearden. The Cowboys are making a bit of a move right now. They go over to John Bateman, and John Bateman will be taken down to the 33. Fourth tackle. Yeah, crucial tackle there from BK in the end. Tommy Dearden, then to Cotter. Fifth tackle at the 20. Plenty of time. Oh, there's a lot of time left, Jay, but it's not to do with the loss. It's just that it's so close. Drinkwater, they've got space. Jeremiah Nay. Oh, he's fucking scored. Ah, oh, dude. So 26-18 here with the kick to come. And this is the problem. There's no defense. It's like you can complain about calls, but neither team has defense. And the Titans definitely don't have defense. That's the biggest issue when you're watching the Gold Coast Titans as a fan, is that you can see so much potential, but they just give up so many points, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with this try. That's the thing. We're complaining about the Titans. We're not complaining about the Cowboys in this situation. it's just so frustrating to see. They never fix their defense, and I don't get it. I don't understand why it's still so poor defensively. Even if we were to go and win this game 30-28 from here, even if they go and get 12 points and win the game, the complaint is still there. Just like if the Cowboys win this game 28-24, they should still have a complaint about their defense. Both teams are giving up so many points, and it's so frustrating to see because premierships are won on defense, especially in high-scoring, high-flying sports and games like this is today. And this is in this season and across the last 5 years. You need to fix your defense, and until that, that's why I'm always hesitant in regards to the Titans, because they just don't ever show the progress in defense. When they conceded only 6 points to the Knights have only scored like 20 points in total across 5 games since that point. They scored 0 against the Dogs. They scored 6 against the Tigers in the 80th minute. You know, they only scored 6 against us in the 77th minute kind of deal. And they're going to miss the kick. So it's going to say 26-18, only an 8-point game. 20 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But it's just so disappointing when you just week on, week out, there is no defense, man. Might still be salty. But that he left. But man, David Feed's the biggest passenger bloke is on over a meal, and you barely see him. It's because the half we don't have halves to get him involved in the game. David's statistics have shat on his Broncos statistics to the Titans. There's no comparison. So you are salty if you think that he was better than the Broncos, 100%. But in regards to nowadays with the club, we have Tommy Weaver, Jaden Campbell, and AJ Brimson as our halves. AJ's not a 5'8". Jaden Campbell, I don't believe is a halfback, but he's got more of a chance of a halfback than anybody else there. And Tommy Weaver is a 7, and Zane Harrison's way too young to put him in. You know, can the Titans win this game? Sure, but that's not the complaints and criticism I'm making about the team right now. The point of the matter is that the Titans don't have the halves to get players like Dave involved in the game like that. Like he can. You know, when they had, you know, a half, it's a penalty now. Titans throw this game away from him now. This is what the Titans do, man. Whenever something goes against them and they concede like that, they throw the game from there, man. Stangle says, Anglesville, ain't that the truth? Has like 3 good games a season. Well, in the last 2 years, I will agree with you. In the last 2 years, I will agree that Dave has not been great. But statistically, since his Broncos days, it's there's far between. Like, there's a massive gap in between from his Broncos to his Titans. But that doesn't mean that the Titans, unfortunately, there's going to be a man in the bin here for the Titans. See, this is what I mean. One situation, one thing happens against the Titans, they just throw it all away. This same old Gold Coast, man. And I'm not the same Titans fan that I was 3 years ago where I just circle jerk them 24/7. You know, we've done that. We've mollycoddled this team. We've, regardless of what happens, we've said, oh, no, it's okay. We'll be back next week. We'll be all good next week. Fuck that now. Dead set. This is year in, year out kind of shit. It's year in, year out, week in, week out. I was at every single game. I see it firsthand. I see how they get mollycoddled, and I see how they get supported, and I see how people just say, regardless, and I was one of them, where it's no matter what, it's all right, we'll be better next week. Well, when are we going to be better next week? Dead set. That's why when the Knights and the Roosters games happened and we won 13+, I still sat here and I said, I know this team too well. Doesn't mean I don't love them. Doesn't mean I don't support them. Doesn't mean I'm not passionate for them. I watch them every single time, but it pisses me right off that nothing ever changes. And then the club has the audacity to complain about everyone else besides themselves. Dead set. Cowboys are going to score here. Cowboys will score in the set. I know this team too well. I know them. Second tackle here. Clock stop. I'll refresh it in a second, Jay. The Cowboys are attacking 10 metres out. They get off here, Sammy McIntyre. Then they go through. Sammy Mac is 1 metre out. The Cowboys will score on this set. It's just how it goes. You could have the Burleigh Bears score on this set. Forward tackle here at the 1. They go back out to the right. Jake Clifford. He'll just run straight through. He's half a metre short of the line. This is actually not bad defence here to stop them, considering they're down 13-12. And they'll give it off here to Din. Bo Fermor has been incredible today. Bowie Fermor, there's no way you complain about him, regardless of what you complain about with the Titans. There's no way at any point you're complaining about Bowie Fermor, and it's going to be a dropout. Dropout here from the Titans. And if anyone disagrees, as a Titans fan or an opposition fan, if you disagree with how I'm critiquing the Gold Coast, please tell me where I'm wrong. Where have I gone wrong in my critique that I've just mentioned of the Gold Coast? And I'll go refresh the score now. All right, refresh that. And just a reminder, game's not over yet. That's not the point of the critique. So the Cowboys will get the ball here at the 15. I agree. I feel the same about my club. Seems like it's always next year at the club. Dearden here, 5 meters away from the line, second tackle. It's a Christmas miracle in April if they defend here. It is a Christmas miracle in April if the Titans can defend here. 2 meters out, third tackle. Vailea, he'll kick it through. Please go dead, thank you. All right, 7 tackles for the Titans coming up at the 20. Billy says, to Groot's rocks and diamonds, he isn't a first grader. Brimson needs to go back to the back. Jolliffe is not the same player than last year. Our bench is absolute rubbish at the moment. Ah, man. So you can't even argue with what you're saying for a lot of it. You can't even argue with what you're saying. I don't think that I would go as far to say that De Groot isn't a first grader. We're always messaging, but Kieran Foran is at the back end of his career. What the fuck do we do? Because this organisation is told, and this is the thing, a lot of people, there's the lights, beautiful. So this is the thing I'm going to tell you guys. We were told, the Titans fans were told by this organisation, 4 premierships before 2030, when in 2020. 2 premierships in the men and 2 premierships in the women. I don't care if it's the women who win first or the men who win first, as long as the Titans community. Hold on, third tackle, leaving the Titans, they're 30 out. I got criticised for suggesting that's not our fans. That's not what our fans think of. We can't see 1, let alone 2. Just be there for the moment. I got criticised by the club for this, for having that thought process and saying that's not how our fans think, man. Don't promise them multiple. Just promise them 1 and give them that hope to be there for the moment. And they had the audacity to criticise and have a crack at me. Titans here, inside Jojo Fafita, 3 metres out. And that's the problem with this club, man. It really is. They don't understand. They just think because they've got a corporate damn well degree that they know better than every single other human being on the planet. It's good now. Yeah, it might have froze for a quick little bit. Hopefully we're back. No, I agree, Billy. No, he doesn't offer anything in attack. No, I do agree. I think Jalen's been good at the back defensively for the most part. I do agree that Jalen is a great kid and he tries his heart out, but unfortunately he doesn't offer anything in attack. And that's why I keep referring and saying Keanu Kenny is the guy. Keanu Kenny is the guy that we're waiting for. Cowboys 6 again now for a knock-on with the Titans. We've still got Jimmy Joel from the bin. Gee whiz. What's the point of having a 4-man bench when we don't utilise half the bench until the last 5 minutes? That's a great point too, Skunkle. Why is Arama Howe not coming on until the very late point of the game? Has he even come on yet? Is Arama Howe on the field yet through 66 minutes of the game? Tino's been off for the last little bit, so he's going to come back on. Why does Arama Howe get selected if he's not going to be selected into the team for a good portion of the game? Because Arama's a good player. Like, Arama is a good player, dude. Our team don't make sense. Third tackle leave with the Cowboys at the 20. Fitz says, Titans should just pack their bags now, no offense. Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. They scored 18 points against the Cowboys today. What are you talking about? It's the defense that's the problem with the Titans. What? Guys, come on, man. If you're going to shit on the team, like, sure, please be, like, viable and valid with your argument. They've scored 18 points from the game today. No offense. It's like, come on, man. That's it. Like, if you're going to insult the Titans, please, like, say the right thing. Defensively, they're awful. It's now 3rd to 18 with the kid to come. It's not the problem with the offense, dude. They've conceded 30 points here today. Last week, they conceded 30 points to the Raiders. You know, but they still scored 20-odd points. It's not the attack. And that's why I bite back and say, you don't know what you're talking about. 30 points to the Cowboys, 30 points to the Raiders, 38 points to the Dragons, 36 points to the Dolphins, 12 and 6 to the Roosters and Knights, who have been both bottom 4 teams this year. The Dogs with 40, who haven't been great attacking this year. But yet, all games, 24 against the Dogs, 26 against the Knights, 30 against the Roosters, 10 against the Dolphins was the lowest, 16 against the Dragons, 20 against the Raiders, and 18 so far against the Cowboys. It's not the attack. So that's why I say, what are you talking about, dude? So there's 13 minutes to go here in the game. It's 30 to 18. They should make it a 14-point game here, and that'll be the game. 18 points is the Knights' total. The Knights. Oh, man. The 2 cleans is easy win. I don't even understand why Cowboys fans are circle jerk. You still got defensive issues. Man, people just circle jerk for the sake of it, man. Like, look at your team and say, yeah, sure, you take the 2 points, but this hasn't been a clean, easy win for the Cowboys at all. My God, people just don't. They're so reactionary, man. They don't look at the bigger picture. No one. I don't understand why people don't ever look at the bigger picture. Look at the Cowboys defensively over the start of the season. Congratulations on winning the last 4 games in a row, but also, like, firstly, look at who they're playing, but also, secondly, look at how many points you've given up. 36 points to the Sharks, 42 points to Manly, 26 points to the Broncos, 20 points to the Raiders, 18 points to the last place Panthers, 16 points to the Rabbitohs, and 18 points to the Titans. Like, dead set. It makes no sense why you'd be circle jerking this result. There's a lot to work on with the Cowboys. Take the 2 points, but there definitely shouldn't be a great deal of ego involved in this. Answers completely agree. You're more than acceptable going forward, if not a little inconsistent. Defensively horrible. Time for a coach change. But see, that's the thing. We went from John Cartwright to Neil Henry to Garth Brennan to Justin Holbrook to Des Hasler. Why is it always the coach's fault if the results have remained the same throughout the entirety of the existence? Why is it always the coach's fault if it's always the same? It seems like they're not getting the say that they necessarily should. It seems like there is an issue. The Cowboys are going to score again. See, this is the defense. It's the defense again. So it's now 36-18 with the kid to come. Like Dad said, our defense is putrid. And remember when I said, as soon as they scored that try to take the lead, I said, the Titans from here, that's it. Because that's the Titans. They can't withstand any form of resilience as a club over 15 years. Thought I'd pop in and see if you're still alive, Blaze, mate. No, but it's the same Titans, man. Like, this is how we will complain throughout the year. Yeah, he's fine. I don't think he goes out here. Like, at the end of the day, this is how we still support our team. I'll be here regardless next week. Like, it is what it is. You know, if people can insult me all they like 24/7, whatever, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, you're watching. So if you're sitting here and you're shitting on me and you're laughing and whatnot, ha, don't worry, it's fine, because you'll be here next week to laugh at me again. I don't care. It's just so hard to stream this team because they never improve, and yet you get wankers in this club who expect you to just circle jerk it regardless of what's happening on the field. They expect you, no matter what, to just sit there and accept this shit and be acceptable and be grateful for 2016 and 2021, which, mind you, was a fact that they said this to me. The fans should be grateful for 2016 and 2021 in 2 losing seasons where they relied on the Tigers to lose on the final day of 2016 and the Raiders and the Sharks to lose and to win by 11 against the Warriors in 2021. I'm sorry, but this club never looks inwards at itself and always blames everyone else around them. And that's a good kick there from the Cowboys. So 38-18 with 9 minutes and 42 to go here of the game. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Guys, Titans game, you're always going to get more passion, emotion, and whatnot. When it's other games, you're not going to get this kind of energy in a bad way, unfortunately. Billy says, yeah, but are we going to keep losing until Kenny's back? I've said this for the last 2 years. Our depth is atrocious, correct? The difference between our starting 13 to the rest of the top 30 is so dramatic. I agree. Myself and a good friend who's involved with him, the club, spoke about this before the season started. Paul says, I think in the bigger picture, I support the Warriors for 30 years. Sooner or later, we're going to have a good game. Yeah, but exactly right. But the thing is, when I say, like, no one thinks of the bigger picture, it's just referring to the people who are like, oh, this makes the Cowboys the greatest team in the comp now because they've beaten the 4th last Titans who always concede 20-plus points. Like, no one ever thinks about that, especially considering the Cowboys have conceded nearly 20-plus points in every single game so far this season. Like, the Cowboys fans now think they're the best team in the world. And it's like, you're going to get the 2 points, and it's so good that you get the 2 points. At the end of the day, take the 2 points and run and be very happy with it. You're still conceding a lot of points. That's the bigger picture. Like, if you want to make the top 8, then great, this is the perfect result for that. But it's about winning the competition at the end of the day. Hey, says RTG regressed heaps this year. I don't disagree with you, but he had an injury pre-season, and I think that's really set him back a lot. Titans got next week. Now, we play the Dogs next week. Now, they have a lot of players out, but you just can't back it in. It's apparently the Cowboys. You just can't be confident with it, you know. Adam Smart says, feel your heartbreak, mate. I know how it feels. I've had it a lot of years in a row like you. I agree. A little bit why it hits me really hard is because I know these guys off the field. I know the community through all the games that I go to. I get flooded with messages on game day. Like, flooded on Instagram and Facebook and all this kind of shit. You know, so I see the hurt from our fans. It's like, oh man, it's just so hard not to ever see them happy. And they deserve to be happy, but they never get that. They never, and see, look at this. Like, honestly, concede Fitty. Like, honestly, concede Fitty. This team, they, it's a disgrace. It really is. It's a disgrace. The club does need to clean out from a lot of aspects, from a lot of areas. And if you are a part of corporates watching, because I'm sure that there's one of you guys watching this just to see what I'm saying. If you're watching this, at the end of the day, I don't care what you guys have to say anymore. I really couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. Because if you're watching this team over the last 15 years and you think that this club is in a good position, or it's everyone else's fault but our own, that's why you shouldn't be there. Josh says, Weaver defense has hurt the team with a lot of, a lot with online defense. It's the whole team, man. It's a lot of them. You know what sucks is I feel if you're watching your team when they're getting pumped while streaming when you can't say what you want to say about the game to the Muppets. No, I can now. I can now. I don't need to seek validation from the wrong people anymore. I'll tell you what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Chris says, don't worry, Cowboys fans will get calmer soon. It's not Cowboys fans' fault. I'm just trying to help them to understand that like this isn't just mean they're now comp favourites. But it's still very good. Like, they're still going to score a lot of points, but they're also scoring a lot of points against a team that always gives up a lot of points. Honestly, concede 50, wipe us out of the comp. Honestly, do it. Just do it at this point. There's nothing wrong with Cowboys fans for celebrating their team. You got to remember, it's very hard and emotional for me, man. I'm doing my best. Robert says, hoping for a Blaze beta win next week. Yeah, I hope so, mate. I hope so, man. I'll be live for it on my birthday. That's the thing, right? Like, I sacrifice having a fantastic day-to-day pool party, go out, have fun, whatnot, because I want to support my team. Because I feel like our community deserves for people to support it. Like, I want the Gold Coast to be just successful one time ever. Like, just ever. Just ever, man. But, like, I'll always sacrifice that for this. First tackle leave for the Cowboys at the 20. David said, this is what happens when corporate suits try and moneyball their way into a premiership. Don't disagree. Rick says, don't worry, it took us 23 years to win our first and only prem. A lot of time left. It's not about the Cowboys, man. Sharks took 50 years. So it's like, Raiders are on a 30-year drought, Warriors are on a 30-year drought. It's not the point. IFRU Rice says, what do we even do? 25. Alki says, I actually feel so bad for you, man. I'm a Raiders fan. I've experienced a lot, but I have to be grateful to be seeing these Titans with the same every year. Sure, like, Raiders are a bit of a different pain, right? Like, you competitive, you can't win. It's been 30, and this is not me insulting your team, by the way. It's 30 years without the Raiders winning. So their different pain is that they're there, but they're not there, if you know what I'm saying. So it's like Ricky Stewart can always get the Raiders to compete, but to get them to the next level is a different story. Now they've got the Jamal situation, and, you know, like 2019 happened, which was great, but then that controversial situation happened. So it's a different kind of pain. Our pain comes from the fact that we've never won anything ever. We're told to be grateful for 2 losing seasons as if that's meant to be successful, which, mind you, the Roosters game happened after that, and the Broncos game in 2016. They've won one finals game in their history in 2010. They've had multiple franchises on the Gold Coast that are separate entities, but still Gold Coast. The point of the matter is that your pain's different. It's still pain. Your perspective with the Raiders is still pain. It's just ours is, we don't have anything to ever really look at besides that Warriors game in 2010 before we got a week off and then lost to the damn well Roosters and had to play our home game at Suncorp in the preliminary final. Josh says, seems like we can only play for a patch of 20 minutes, then shit the bed. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Man. He just says, heads up, Blaze. Remember, Sharks went from spoons to premiers in 2 years. That's how quickly things can change around. I don't want to give you the response that I think is the valid response for how the Sharks turned it around, but I was very happy for the Sharks because of my mum. But I do banter her about that a lot because there's a bit of a reason for it as well. But I was also happy with it. A knock on from the Titans. Skunkle, could you imagine if we were doing what we were like what I've done for the last 3-4 years, and you did last year with me for the first half? Could you imagine if we travelled up to Townsville for this shit? Dead cert. Paul says next best thing to winning the Prem is to knock the Storm out in the playoffs. Dear me. If you had have booked that place on top of the mountain as high, it's not. It's like he's come back with his knee to the right, but I don't think that's a knock on. I don't think that's a penalty. I can't read that comment out, David. They're going to say challenge successful. I love how Cowboys are complaining when it's 44-18. But anyway. It does. And then David said the same thing. So Titans ball here at the 15. 3 minutes to go. Oh, man. To Tommy Weaver. But welcome to all those who enjoy the hate watch. We'll see you next week, Sunday, against the Dogs. Second tackle now. Challenge the group right inside, and it's going to be Phil Sami scored. And I'll be honest with you, I love you, Phil. This isn't about Phil. Titans just... Oh, it's a forward pass, but it's a penalty, so it's not even a try. What's Loffy done this game? Well, Loffy's never got the ball, Skunkle. Loffy's never got the ball. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself with the Raiders and Titans, but yeah, Utes have played finals, but I don't think we've had a winning season since 2010, I'm going to say. Yeah, 2010 would have been our last winning season, correct. And 2009 was when we finished our highest and third. Unfortunately, got bounced out both weeks in finals. That was our first year in the finals. And then 2010, we won the first week against the Wars. And then, unfortunately, lost in the prelim and got knocked out to the Roosters at Suncorp Stadium. Since then, it's just been nothing but pain. Out of all the passes, how is that forward? Chris Butler's an idiot. Give it to Loffy, you cats. Jojo, Phil Sami, and he will not... Oh, my gosh. He didn't score. Oh, man. Hey, fifth GBS, I just want to let you know, bro, you ain't getting the reaction you want, man. So you can think the Cowboys win the comp based on a win against the fifth last Titans. All you like, man. You ain't getting the reaction you want. David says, Loffy could have dead set sat and had a picnic on his side of the field because there was nothing going his way tonight. Yeah, nothing went his way, unfortunately. Sammy knocks the ball on. So Cowboys ball here. But this is the thing, right? Like, this shit sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit sucks, but I will be here next week, man. We'll be here next week, man. Minute 54 to go, you're in the game. I think the world's just equating you out, kind of Geelong and City win everything, and the Titans come on now. Cubbies are doing very well too at the moment, to be fair. The Cubbies are doing very well. We own the Dodgers. We own the Dodgers. So, first tackle now for the Cowboys, and they'll get this ball out to 35. Jacob says, your team sucks. I'd give it up if I was you. You'll be long gone before they even make the top 8 again. Great, bro. Hey, thank you for tuning into the stream. Hit the dislike button on your way out, bro. That's as much as I care. So, second tackle. That's all good. You keep sitting in your mother's basement and enjoy it from down there. Let's see if you can actually touch grass for one time in your life, or if you just sit back and watch me and my life the entire time. Because obviously you know me. I don't know you. Never will. Don't care. Third tackle now for the Cowboys at the 20. But see you next time Sunday against the Bulldogs. We can cry here. You can watch me cry together. Fourth tackle here at the 5. Is it Udaipur a dry state? No. Rajasthan is the state. Gujarat is the dry state, which is just south, which I'm probably maybe going to go through on the way down to Mumbai. Sorry, Blaze, about this. No. You know, it's like when you're online, bro, you're going to get it, but it's just unfortunate for them. They're the ones watching me. I'm not the one who's watching them. So they kick this ball through, and here comes the Fetty bomb. Drop. Once they hit the Fetty, I want you to drop the Fetty bomb gif in the chat. Have a few Kingfishers. I had a few Kingfishers. Yes, I'm definitely having a few Kingfishers tonight, Jay. I actually like them. I think I don't know. Anyway, I had a conversation with Justin, and yeah, penalty try. Yeah, penalty try. Had a conversation with Justin, said I prefer him in the front row, and I said, oh, you probably don't want to listen to my opinion, Justin, because you're the coach, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'll give you my opinion. And he's like, no. Justin was an amazing human being, mate, amazing human being. And he was like, no, I wanted to listen. And then the next week, he was actually in the prop, so maybe it kind of gave him that thought process to move there. I don't know. It's obviously not me, but it was just a funny timing that I had that conversation with him, and then he was like, yeah, no, I agree. So, no, I'm a big Tino in the front row. Appreciate you, Paul Maxey, for gifting the 1 membership, my guy. IFRU Rice received the membership. You're a legend, bro. Thank you. No, it is a penalty try, Walnut Hill. He does hold him back, and he would have scored if it wasn't for that, realistically. So, I'm okay with it, man. I've got a lot worse. I want you to drop the 50 bum gifts when he gets this right in front. I want you to do it. Drop it. Fuck him. Dead set. Fuck him. There you go. 50 to 18. Drop the 50 bum gifts. Drop him. Santos says, how the heck the ref call? We just have to kind of put up with it, and it really sucks to see. But, you know. Alki says, from 18 to 6 to 50 to 18, just about sums Titans up. Correct. Like last week, 16-0 up, even though there was a controversial... The Titans didn't lose because of that, because they were so poor defensively. So those calls get overridden. Chris Butler gets off the hook. There's no accountability there for those calls, and we just look at the Titans. And fair enough, too. But this man should still be looked at for, like, the call for the Cowboys, which was a try, and the call for the Titans, which was also a try. Doesn't says, at least you're not as down bad as Sanders right now. True. Yeah, true. Typical second half implosion. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Jesus, only a prayer away. God bless, man. Jack O'Neill says, I'll abstain from 50 bum gifts tonight, Mr. Streamer. Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. David says, we finally get a 50 bum and it was from the only team we didn't want it to be. Feels ultra bad, man. Yeah, no, this is unfortunately the way the Titans fan. Like, I'm actually not streaming the next game because I've got to go do some stuff here. I'll be live for both games tomorrow, but that's why I'm sitting around and just kind of having a bit of a chat before I do jump off. Bears Man says, looks like the Titans are giving me the same performance my Drew has given me this year. Bears Man, I'm a Drew fan with you, my guy. Bears Man, I am a Drew fan fucking with you. Hello? Why would you remind me of the Drewer after watching this in the Titans? You know what I'm saying? Still need to see you go to an IPL game. Going to a Mumbai Indians game next week, Robbo. I'll be at a Mumbai Indians game next week, so you can try and tune in. I'm probably going to paint my face. It's going to be hot. But I'm going to try and paint my face and whatnot and see if I can get on. But I like this mother bitch just brings up the Fiji and Drew, reminds me of it. Deary me. Anyway, I think we'll jump off even now, lads. Unfortunately, Titans say my bullshit. I ain't defending it. Love the boys, love the community. Don't love the corporates. But love what the team represents regardless. I'll be here tomorrow for 2 games, which is the Sharks and Tigers and Raiders and Dolphins. And then we've got Queensland, New South Wales women's game on Thursday next week and Magic Round. So, and my birthday's on next Sunday. When the Titans play the Dogs, is literally my birthday. So God bless my soul, man. Man. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'm probably going to actually go quickly edit a BKRtravel video as well for tomorrow. So you guys can check that out in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you as always. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.